Lisa G has some headlines. Come on in, Lisa. Let's get those real quick. And then I do want to play a phony phone call and get
Lisa Glassberg takes shits at work.
Lisa, what do you have for us quickly on the rundown of the Howard 100 newsroom?
A lot of good stuff. An exclusive coming soon to Howard Stern fans via Vinny Favale, Vice President of CBS Late Night Programming East Coast. He has agreed to release parts of the video of his infamous Debbie tapes to Howard TV for an upcoming episode.
Oh, that's great.
Wow.
Oh, I love that. Vinny, thank you. Good seeing Vinny over at Letterman on Wednesday.
How is Vinny?
Keeping the weight off, but I detected maybe he put a few pounds back, which is good. Who wants a disciplined Vinny?
Hello, my Debbie.
All I can tell you is, for those of you who have Howard TV, you are in for a treat. I have seen the Debbie tapes.
See, I've never seen the video.
I love you, Bambina.
They are fucking crazy.
I don't think I've seen
Take a look.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, wow.
Look at a little Vinny.
3 in the morning. I love you. I love you so much. You know?
Oh, God.
It's sometimes at the end of the day, I feel like I just haven't had enough of you, you know. And
Isn't the visual great?
I just can't wait to work
It's
together.
creepier than just listening to the audience.
Wait till you see when he pans down. He's in his underwear. What? Go keep going where he gets into his underwear and they start scratching his balls.
Hello, my Debbie.
Oh, that's all he gave you?
Oh.
Yeah, that's it. 30 seconds.
That's all?
That's it.
That's better than nothing, but I need more.
Rob, one of the funniest things is he takes Debbie on a tour of the apartment and a tour of Brooklyn, and that's funny.
Isn't he gonna give us that? The tours?
He gave us when we did this, Howard, I sat with him, and he gave me the audio, but he told me I could never have the video, so I think he only approved a 30-second clip.
Oh.
Because he thinks he looks good. You know what? He looks like a guy who would shoot a congresswoman.
It looks like the making of a serial killer.
Yeah, he looks like a guy who, would go to the Gabby Giffords thing. Oh, there he is.
It's Vinny, portrait of a serial killer.
Yeah, look at him.
Oh.
And that's Debbie, huh?
That's Debbie.
She's some hot tomato.
Yeah.
No wonder.
He has the same glasses, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Oh,
Never
Debbie.
changes.
Debbie.
Hello, my Debbie.
Oh, Debbie.
I love you. I love you, Bambina. Mia caro, ti voglio bene, ti voglio assai, ti voglio fare amore con te.
Oh.
When you come to New York, all of this will be yours. He's living in a fucking dump. By the way,
scratching my balls. I caught myself. I won't do it again. I love you. I'll save that for you. This hand.
You can scratch
See,
my
now
balls.
that I'm not biting my nails, I have to
Every
find
girl's
something
dream.
for my hands to do. And if you were here, you would benefit from that so much.
oh,
Wow.
Put a man in love. Oh, my Debbie.
I can't. At the end of the day, I haven't had enough of you.
Oh, my Debbie. Oh, if you were here, you would benefit so much from me scratching my balls.
Moving on.
I'll save that for you.
I'm going to pause 1 minute to change my clothes. And actually, not change my clothes, put on some clothes. You know why? I'm not dressed now. Look, this is what I'm wearing. Hold on a second.
Look at this.
I know you've seen this shot before, so this is not going to shock you, but I'll give you another glimpse of my bod. Hold on.
Oh.
What's to come?
What's to come?
A shot of my bod.
Yeah, he's so hot. He's like 4 feet tall. Like stubby legs. Hairy.
The crucial head.
Crucial head. I forgot about
Crucial Head. That's the name of my band, by the way. That's if anyone wants to know the origin of it. Crucial Head Productions. That's not the Crucial Head, my Debbie. Look at my ass. My ass. You know, girls love looking at a guy's ass.
God, if someone sees this boy,
All right, I can hardly hear it.
You know what? That is. I mean, he's every congressperson, who's ever sent a picture of themselves by telephone to a girl.
Yes?
Hello, my Debbie.
Call my fucking house, you dumb motherfuckers. I got the fucking train on this fucking line. No, I know who the fuck this is, you fucking piece of fucking stolen bastard. You wanna fuck me?
I love you.
No! You look at my fucking number now, you sick bastard!
I love you, my darling.
Who the
promise I will try not to scratch my balls, but I'm definitely not biting my nails.
believe you, George.
I love you so much, Debbie.
Yeah, you love me? You get the fuck out of here, you sick fucking bastard of shit.
Right, get off.
Well, here's the catch.
Yeah.
He says he's only releasing part of the video and hopes to sell the entire video to raise money for his musical.
We have to buy it.
Nah. We just want it for free. How much money is he looking for, man? I think that, hey, Doug, that might be worth purchasing.
It is brilliant.
It's a great special. I'll host it.
I'll talk to Vinny. I'm going to try to get more.
Yeah, he's got to give more. He's got to give. He's got to at least give us the tour of his apartment and the tour of New York City.
Of Brooklyn.
All right, Brooklyn. Excuse me. Not even New York City. Oh, Debbie, I just want to show you what Brooklyn looks like, where you'll be living.
Yeah, one stipulation, Howard. That was to plug his show.
Of course.
All right, so go ahead and plug it. I don't know what to say about that fucking show.
Yeah, hereaftermusical.com is his amazing show.
Nice plug. Hereafter Musical is Vinny's plug. Hereaftermusical.com. Debbie.
See, now that I'm not biting my balls, I have to find something for my balls to do. And, if you were here, you would benefit from that so much.
Oh, so much. A man in love. Have you ever heard a voice like that?
Oh, so much.
You haven't been loved by a man like that, Ron. I don't think I've loved a woman like that. Oh, if you were here. It's just like his love voice. Oh, if you were here.
He kisses the microphone.
Mwah. Mwah. Oh, if I was a girl,
and then he starts mumbling in that Italian of his.
Oh, Maradona, come on. Get cooking up in Yemen. Oh, my Debbie.
You know, I don't think we ever talked to Debbie about the tapes.
Yeah, well, Debbie's still in fucking shock. That's her life. Oh, Debbie.
Sometimes at the end of the day, I feel like I just haven't had enough of you, and I just can't wait till we're together.
Right.
It's Friday, October 26th, 3 a.m., and about an hour ago, I finished dubbing all of the home movies for my parents' trip this past summer.
Right.
I think it's a pretty unusual way to start a video.
What a self-starter.
I'm scratching my balls. I caught myself. I won't do it again. I love you. I'll save that for you. This hand. See, now that I'm not biting my nails, I have to find something for my hands to do. And, if you were here, you would benefit from that so much.
Can you imagine that?
I promise.
Like a spider.
I'm trying not to scratch my balls, but I'm definitely not biting my nails. Where was I? I'm starting the tape by saying goodnight. I feel so much creativity in my mind right now. I'm going to go to bed and it'll probably
that creativity never paid off.
Sleep because I've got a lot of ideas I want to do for this videotape. If all goes well, this might be the best videotape yet. I love
the
you.
Best for us.
I love you, my Debbie.
How did she not run away from him?
I plan on putting some stuff that I think you'll like. As well.
How did she not go? This guy is nuts.
A look at your
First of all,
he had the right girl.
He hadn't even met her yet. He just talked to her on the phone.
That's what I was going to say. I was like, what is I forget the trajectory, but I think they didn't meet each other for like a year.
Yeah.
It was a wrong phone number. And this is what it blossomed into.
Oh, my Debbie. Debbie now lives in that tape. Like, that's her life. Oh, Debbie. I'm biting my nails. I'm not biting my nails. I'm thinking about biting my nails. I'm biting my balls. Oh, my God, my balls. I haven't scratched my balls. Oh, if my hands were on you. Oh, Debbie. Fuck. He should have just killed himself. He's miserable. Oh, my God.
Closets. Bits and pieces. Like I said, my mind is bubbling. This may be the best one yet.
Creativity.
I love you, Debbie. It's 3:18 now, and I'm going to go to sleep. Next time you see me, it'll be Saturday. Don't know what time, but it'll be Saturday, and we'll be continuing with this tape. I love you, my darling. Ciao. I'll see you tomorrow morning.
If you were dating him, wouldn't you kind of be like, what's with this fucking guy?
But you're not dating him. It's the guy you talk to on the phone.
Yeah, but wouldn't you be like, what's with all the tapes? Isn't he motivated to go out and get himself together?
He's making this tape. He's cutting the vacation tape for his family. What about a job?
Lisa, if a guy ever sent you a tape like that, would you just be mortified?
I'd be scared.
You'd be scared, right? You would call police. Mm-hmm. That's what I thought. Debbie married him from that tape.
But do you really wind up in extended conversations with wrong phone numbers? It could never happen to you.
Right. Debbie, Vinny's wife.
Debbie's on the phone?
Debbie?
Hello, my Debbie.
Yep, I'm here.
Hello, my Debbie.
Hello.
What's up?
Hello, my Debbie.
I guess I'm sort of calling to defend myself. I come off like crazy for falling in love with a nut. However, I will say that, I don't know, love was different in the 80s, but those tapes were very romantic to me.
It's crazy.
Yeah, crazy. Well, crazy. However, I had been married to the guy for 27 years.
I know. Listen, it's worked out great. And I know Vinny, and Vinny's a great guy. Don't get me wrong. And I mean, it's amazing that you could watch that tape,
You
though.
probably saved him from being a serial killer. That's what I'm thinking.
I mean,
you know what?
When a guy sends you a tape of himself in his underwear and talks about scratching his balls and how hot his own ass is and, like...
You know what? I don't know what I was thinking back then. I can only tell you that I was a Jewish Southern girl raised in Savannah, Georgia, moved to Los Angeles, California, always wanted to marry an Italian guy. And then I got to a point in my life when I didn't even want to get married anymore. And along comes this wacky guy who's so funny, who makes me laugh.
Right. I don't know. It's just the tape is a little frightening. I mean, knowing Vinny now, I know not to be frightened. But back then, if I saw that tape and, like, you were my daughter, I'd go, look, I don't like this guy. I don't like what he's about. I don't like him sending tapes to my daughter in her underwear.
I didn't like the tour of Brooklyn. I hated that, and I hated. I mean,
there's a million things there that should have said to you, "Get the fuck away from this guy."
I didn't. Quite frankly, you're right. Especially for a girl that never even cared about getting married. I was living young life, free, single, fun in LA, and what the heck did I fall in love with? I don't know. All I can tell you is that this guy on that tape, as wacky as he is, made me laugh from the very first time.
All right, you don't have to explain to us, Debbie. We know he's a good guy. All right, no problem. Are you getting worried at all about the amount of money Vinny has invested in that dumb play of his? I mean, are you starting to feel bad about it?
For a while, I was really nervous, I mean, really nervous. But you know what? It's a true endeavor. I mean, it's not a hobby. It's not a game. It's a real thing.
Yeah.
So,
well, that's 80. What is it up to now? I mean, the time I spoke to you was $80,000.
No. Well, let me tell you, the production he's putting on in April is I think the budget's $150,000. But he's raised most of the money. I mean, it's very
by hitting up his friends.
No friends.
Okay, I don't know.
Very few friends. Hey,
I got an email asking me to buy tickets.
No friends from the Howard Stern show.
That's goddamn right. No friend. No one here is donating.
Well, the only one from the Howard Stern show that kicked in anything on his campaign was Benji. So, not all his friends helped. Trust me.
All right, Debbie. I got to go anyway. Don't worry. We all think you're normal.
Oh, thank you.
All right, later. Bye.
Goodbye.
Debbie worried that we might think she's crazy.
You know what? The only thing we can say is that we knew Vinny before we heard these tapes.
Right.
So we got this dude here, I guess, he made $200 million off Facebook, the graffiti guy.
Nice.
I don't know. We'll bring him in. He has an entourage of about 300 people. We're only going to bring in 4. So, let me go get them. On the camera, guys.
Hey, Dave. How you doing? What brings you today?
What's that?
What brings you to the show today?
Howard Stern, the greatest interviewer of all time.
Nice. Congratulations on your Facebook fame.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you very much.
You can head right in there.
My name's David Cho. I'm here to interview Howard Stern today about what it's like to that same feeling of.
Well, let's start it again. Because you said you're going to interview Howard Stern.
Yeah.
You're going to interview him?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Okay, go ahead. Start again.
Don't fuck with my shit, dude. Hi, I'm David Cho. I'm here today to interview Howard Stern. I want to ask him what it's that feeling of like going home and going through your pants, and then you find that $5 in your pocket that you didn't know that you had. It's like that times 200 million. So he's a good guy to talk to about that. I mean, there's not that many people that I can at this point relate to on that level, and he's one of them. So I came here to ask him some questions about it.
You want to talk Cho?
Here.
So you know the story, $200 million, that he was offered either a few $1,000s or he was offered a few $1,000s in stock. He took the stock. Now allegedly worth $200 million. He claims that
140.
I don't know what it is, but
yeah, who cares? It's over $100 million.
Very good. All right. He said he pleaded with the New York Times not to run the story because he didn't want it to affect his privacy. It's basically ruined his life, he claims. His life was perfect. He had a girlfriend in every town. He could do whatever he wanted. Now he feels like they've taken his freedom and privacy. When the story first broke, an old girlfriend called him and said she'd suck his dick every day for $2 million. That was funny. He said he's just really excited to meet you. You've changed his life. He hopes to get advice from you. He listened to the show every day for years. He used to paint to the show. Got super depressed after the Artie thing. He said, this is great too. So he made his first $1 million gambling. You know, basically he had this system where he would just double up until he hit something.
Right.
So he was selling his paintings at like local galleries for $200. He's a really struggling painter, and once he made this $1 million, he goes, I don't really have to sell my art to live anymore, so I'm just going to charge whatever the fuck I want. So he started charging $10,000 a painting, and he's like, well, of course people started to take notice after that, and it just continued to increase. Last year he sold one painting for $500,000.
Wow.
He doesn't own a house. He says he gave his parents a mansion, but he has like 5 suites in Vegas, so he can go whenever he wants. He says he deals with crazy panic attacks and depression, where he thinks he's going to die. And so he'll just like blow his life savings or break up with a girlfriend that he really loved.
I like his greatest accomplishment is not being married or having any kids.
Exactly. He goes, fuck this Facebook thing.
Oh, yeah. Now, this guy who's here now, his name is David Cho. What a fascinating story. And according to everybody around here, all the morning shows were trying to get him on, but because he's such a big fan of ours, he came to our show first.
Really?
David Cho's story is quite simple. He's an artist. He's a painter. And years ago, when Facebook was first starting, they opened up an office. And they said to him, would you do some graffiti kind of art on the walls? Oh, there's David. Hey, David. Oh, look at that. Beautiful artwork.
Wow, gorgeous.
Look at this guy. Cool.
We can't hear you.
Sorry.
Hey, David.
Hey, Howard. As soon as I found out I was going to be on your show, I did this painting of you.
Beautiful. I'm going to frame that.
It's you're wearing a loser shirt, and I know you collect old mics, so I drew all these old mics.
That is very cool with the old turntable,
it's beautiful. I love it.
Beautiful. Frame that immediately.
Fred, Robin.
Get that
David,
framed.
David, what's that worth on the open market?
Priceless. I was thinking that's the original right there, and I was gonna make prints and sell them and donate all the money to North Shore Animal League.
There you go. Hey, beautiful. David's a very successful artist. Now listen to this story. And I like your T-shirt, the Three Stooges T-shirt. I love the Three Stooges.
This dude at the airport just said, everyone in life is Larry, Curly, or Mo. Which one are you?
I think I'm Mo.
That's good.
But I think everybody likes to think they're Mo. You know what I mean?
And everybody's probably Larry.
I'm probably Curly. David, let me tell you a story because it's great.
Okay.
The reason David's here is he's a big fan of the show, and you were offered interviews on Good Morning America. They were all after you, right, for an interview.
Howard, can I break this shit down for you?
Go ahead.
Okay, first of all, I listen to the show all the time.
Yes.
So can I tell you one thing? I love the show, but can I tell you one thing personally in my life that I hate?
Yes.
Okay. When you tell stories of jerking off and stuff,
yes,
they're funny and I love it. And I'm 35 and I feel old because the day I figured out how to jerk off and I loved it.
Yes.
I jerk off the same amount today.
Wow.
Like at least 3 times a day.
That'll change.
And then, but then I hear you and like, I'm like, it doesn't get any better. Like,
no.
It's just.
This is what you're going to do all your life.
I'm like at some. So a few days ago.
No, I'm not jerking off as much as I used to.
You slow down.
Yeah, but I have a pretty good sex life with my wife too, so maybe that's part of it.
But for me, it's like even when I'm having good sex, like I still jerk off, and so that's sort of part of how this all went down. Like
up until I was like 50, I had to jerk off like all the time.
Right.
And then now, like I'm 58.
Okay.
And I don't really jerk off that much. And the other night, I jerked off to some porn. And, like, you know how you almost come, but you don't? And then I was done. Like, I never even blew a load.
That's my whole life. I like, almost am there and then just not there. And
Really?
Oh, you mean you don't come when you jerk off?
This is a whole other story, but I spent some time in prison.
Yeah.
And I learned, like, a really crazy way to jerk off. So.
What's the crazy way? Let's hear about this.
This is what they're doing in prison, sharing jerk-off methods?
Yeah, by the way, no one even knows why David's here yet, but I'll get to that. We'll get to that. We'll get to that. But what's the crazy way you're going to jerk off?
So, I'm Korean, and I got arrested in Japan.
Right.
It's like being like a Jew, like being trapped in Nazi Germany. Like I'm like
Japanese don't like Koreans.
They fucking hate Koreans.
Right.
So I'm in prison and I'm getting the fights every day. And once the Japanese prosecution rate is like 99.9, like once they decide you're going to get prosecuted, you're
going to jail, right?
And it's not like you do something good or bad. You go straight to solitary.
Right.
Oh.
Everyone's in solitary confinement.
Wow.
So I'm sitting there going, and everything there's like speakers in the wall that are like. I don't speak Japanese, but it's like brainwashing techniques. Like it's like now it's 7 o'clock, time to wake up, and it's like a woman's voice, time to wash the dishes. And
don't tell me you jerked off to the recorded voice.
I definitely did, and but
what was the weird technique you learned?
So I jerk off, and that's the end of my day. I'm like, that was the highlight of my day. Now it's 7 o'clock until 8 o'clock tonight. I have nothing left to do. Like,
what do you do in prison? Like, did you used to do your artwork in your own urine on the walls in Japan?
Well, I mean, I would have a lot of nervous breakdowns. I would contemplate killing myself, stuff like that. But I was like, I remember this thing I read in high school about tantric sex.
Yeah.
And I was like, everything in jail that you think about, you're like, maybe I should like do 100 push-ups a day or whatever.
Right.
And then you're like, fuck it. Like now I wouldn't do it. There's nothing else to do, so you end up doing it.
Do you read a book or do you?
Reading a book in jail is like watching. In a Japanese prison is like reading a book. With like the DVD audio commentary, because you open the book and like 100 people have read the book already.
Yeah.
So in the aisle it says like, don't finish this book, the mom's the killer, and you're like, fuck. And then someone circles his thing and points an arrow and goes, that guy's a fucking asshole, I hate you. And then it's like reading a book with like 10 people.
Oh my god. So they ruined the ending.
They ruined the ending, but there's like commentary all throughout the book.
Like I'd write like my booger, and then I'd throw a booger down on the page and like circle it or something.
Yeah.
But in order to pass the time, because you're an artist, did you used to paint with your own urine? Can you do that?
Well, in prison, any prison in the universe, like as soon they hate me because I'm Korean, whatever. As soon as you have any skill that alleviates the boredom, you're the star. Right. You can sing, you can dance, you can whistle, you can draw, whatever. You're a hero. So
you could draw, so probably the other prisoners liked that.
They would beat the shit out of each other to like get my drawings. Like as soon as they found out I was an artist, like I was like the biggest star. And
would you draw pictures of the prisoners and then give it to them?
Prisoners, I would draw like just pornography for them. They were like, "This is my girlfriend. Can you like draw her with her asshole open and all this shit?"
You did it right.
They had great ideas.
Right.
And then I would draw one, and they would just like tear at each other like animals.
Could Japanese guys in prison tell that you're Korean? Like, can they tell the difference? I mean, from physically looking at you?
No, not really.
So if you just shut your mouth and just say, like, I'm Japanese, can you get away?
Well, the prison, I mean, everyone knows once you don't, because they talk to you and stuff.
Right.
But
they figure it out.
But I'll tell you my technique, which...
Yeah, what is the technique for jerking off?
It took me 2 weeks to master it. But, so I read about the tantric thing, and I was like, I'm going to give this a shot, So I'm jerking off. I'm left-handed. I'm jerking off, and right when you're about to come, you squeeze your chode or like the thing that stops you from peeing or whatever. But right that area right between
the taint
between your balls and your dick.
Next time you come from jerking off or having sex, feel that there's a muscle and like you can push up. Like I have to use both my hands, so I pushed up. and I blocked the tube from the cum from coming out.
Oh.
But I fucked up because I didn't know what I was doing. So I was like, I'm about to come, and I'm going to block the cum from coming out. And it just like gave me this and the cum still came out, and it was like a weird
sensation.
It didn't feel good. I was like, fuck, this sucks. And then a day went by, and I was like, I'm gonna try it again,
right?
Because there's nothing to do,
right?
And I tried it again and again and again, and finally I got to the point where I was able to, like, I used both hands and I squeeze up on that tube right when I'm about to come. And then my dick feels like it's like, oh, yeah, but nothing comes out.
Right.
And I don't have that, like, oh, I need a sandwich and go to sleep feeling, you know?
But why would you want to extend it? Because you're in prison and there's nothing to do?
Yeah.
Right. And when you're with a girl now, can you squeeze something and hold back?
Yeah,
You've mastered that.
I've mastered I spend a lot of time.
Let me tell people while you're here. You're not here for masturbation reasons.
No, he's not an expert on masturbation.
So listen this is a crazy story. David.
Wait, Howard, let me tell you what happened because we got off key, whatever.
Yeah.
So I was telling you that it doesn't get better, whatever, and the press is saying all this bullshit like I'm homeless and whatever. I have a house that I bought for my parents a few years ago, but for me, I travel 9 months out of the year. I'm an artist,
right.
And when I come home, I have my home right now is Las Vegas. I have a room at every single casino.
All right, well, let me explain to people who you are.
Okay.
Yeah, because
but I
want
want to tell you how I got on the show.
But wait, I want to tell you who you are.
Okay.
All right. So David's story is this: David Cho is an artist, as you know. He years ago, when Facebook first started and opened up an office, they needed an artist to paint some kind of mural or something on the wall.
Okay.
So I guess someone there knew your work, right, David?
Yeah, Sean Parker.
The guy from Napster.
Yeah.
The guy who's from Napster, and he came in, and he said to you, "Look, I'll pay you $1,000. That's what we have, and paint a nice mural, or I'll give you some stock in this new company, Facebook." And you said, "I guess I'll take some stock in the company." Now, no one knew what Facebook was, right?
The story's a little bit different than that. That's what people have been saying, but it starts a little bit further on before then.
Go ahead.
In 2003, I got this letter email from Sean. I didn't know it was Sean Parker.
Yeah.
And we had been going back and forth for a little bit, and he would always just write these, like, really strange, like, witty, but, like, just strange emails of what kind of art he wanted from me, you know?
Mm-hmm. What did he want? I'm just curious.
Like people, hey, can you paint this? He asked me to paint uncertainty.
Yeah.
I was like,
weirdo. Yeah. Hey, you freak! How am I supposed to paint that?
But it wasn't like one word. He was like, I want you to paint like uncertainty with eroticism and this, and I was like, this is either a joke or.
And he wanted you to paint the walls at this new company.
No, he just wanted a painting from me.
Right, he wanted a purchase.
And then just one day he's like, fuck, like this is 2003. He's like, fuck, I can't get the painting. I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, my company's being sued for $1 trillion right now. Right. And I was like, what company is that? And he goes, it's Napster. And I'm like, oh shit, like that's like the company that you guys do. He's like, yeah. And he was like 23 or 24
right.
at the time. And he goes, you and me, like he's like, you're the fucking best artist ever. Like I love your shit. I need to get a painting from you one day. Just wait for this bullshit to blow over, and I'll get one from you next time.
Good, cool.
So then he started another company called Plaxo, which, like, I guess got big for a while, but he didn't make any money off that either. And then in 2005, he's like, okay, now there's another company that I'm working on called Facebook, and I think we're going to get some money this time, so I'm definitely going to get a painting from you this time.
Cool.
I said, awesome.
Right.
Just got out of prison. I was feeling good.
Right.
I was like, so I go up to Palo Alto, where I met. You know, you guys saw the Facebook movie?
Sure.
Yeah. So I was around during that whole time. It's like the most inaccurate, like sensationalized movie ever. Like those guys are all like cool, like the fucking raddest, coolest guys. Zuckerberg has been with the same girl for like Priscilla for like the whole time, even before Facebook. She's super rad. She gets me snacks and stuff, and like they're just like
they were chill. And the fact is, you like them, but the point is.
Right.
You're sitting there going, you know, who knows what this company is? I mean, no one knew what Facebook was.
Yeah, so, and I wasn't on Friendster or MySpace or any of those things. I hate that shit. So I was like, what is this? And he's like, this is a startup company. We're just getting started, and it's social networking for college students. And I was like, what?
I fucking hate education. I hate college. I hate like
college students.
You hate social networking.
I dropped out of school. I hate everything about school.
Right.
And he's like, no man, it's like getting huge at all these Harvard and Stanford. And I was like, I don't care.
Right.
I don't give a fuck. And like people don't remember like,
which is weird by the way, because you ended up taking the stock. And you don't even believe in the company. I'm surprised you didn't grab it. What did they offer you? $1,000 for the stock?
Everyone wants to make it like it was $60,000.
Oh, it was $60,000.
Yeah, which you know,
a lot of money.
2005 was a lot of money. It's always going to be
still a lot of money.
Still a lot of money.
Right.
And people don't remember like Facebook was a joke.
No, I know. So back then,
right?
The guy says to you, "We'll pay." Did you say to him, "My price is $60,000 to paint this wall"?
My prices had been going up higher and higher, and I was like, "Yeah, I mean, if you want me to paint the entire building, it's gonna be $60,000." And and Sean's like, you know, they got Justin Timberlake and shit to play him, and what the guy is. I've never met someone like this before. Like he's a skinny, nerdy kid, and he's like, I'm going to go raise money for Facebook, and like, he's just like, I'm going to bend these fuckers' minds, and I'm like,
hey man, dude, pretty big plan for a nerd.
I'm like, how are you going to do that? And he transformed himself into an alpha male.
Right.
I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, he got like a fucking super sharp haircut, started working out every day, got tan, got like a nice suit. I'm like, this guy's like crazy. And then he goes into these meetings.
So did you think that this guy could ever pull off even paying you $60,000? Like, were you worried?
No,
that,
he got the money. I was there when he got the money from the PayPal dude.
Right.
He's like, we got money now. You want cash or you want stock? And I was like, oh fuck, I definitely like need $60,000 right now. And
right, you just got out of jail.
But it didn't matter that I didn't give a shit about Facebook or didn't know what it was or any of that stuff. Like you had to have like a college email to get on there and stuff.
Right.
I was like, I don't.
Most people would have said, look, you know the odds of anybody really taking off with an internet company. Most of these companies come and go all the time, especially back then.
Right.
So you must have been half out of your mind to turn down the $60,000.
Right, but I like to gamble, like. And
you are a gambler.
I believed in Sean. I didn't care about face. I'm like, this kid like knows something, and I'm gonna bet my money on him.
Did you get to know him as you started the painting? So you said, hey, let me make a decision whether I want $60,000 or the stock.
I don't. Yeah. I just.
You sized him up and said, this fucker's going somewhere.
I believe in this. Did you guys watch the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
Did you see the color of the Gatorade at the end when they dumped on the coach?
Yeah.
That's the shit I bet on.
Yeah, crazy shit.
You remember?
You go to Vegas a lot, right? You live in Vegas.
You live in
Vegas. So can I tell you what happened?
Are you a big gambler?
I gamble with my life.
All right, here's what I know about David. Is this true?
Wait.
Forget the Facebook for a second.
Okay.
We'll get back to it.
All right.
Early on in your life,
right,
you made your first $1 million by going to Vegas,
right,
and betting some crazy amount of money and kept doubling and doubling and doubling until you made $1 million.
That's not necessarily true either, but yeah, my first $1 million I made in Vegas from gambling.
From gambling. What type of gambling? Blackjack or
It doesn't matter. Any
not roulette.
You do it all?
I started gambling when I was 15.
Yeah.
Like my friend Joey came back from he got his driver's permit. I live in LA. He drove back 4 hours. He's like, there's this place in the desert, and you play games, and if you win the money, they let you keep it.
By the way, I should tell people before we continue this discussion, I should tell people that David's Facebook stock now is valued somewhere between $100 and $200 million. That he is worth. Robin,
sitting here now.
Robin, put your top back on.
Robin looks good.
Damn right she does. And she's going to look a whole lot better now if she realizes what you got. She's going to go in there and spruce up. Robin, he is. Some people are saying he's worth now $200 million from the Facebook stock.
Is this because of the IPO?
Yeah,
I know, but if
they're going public,
but if people are gonna like grab like magic numbers out of there, like they're like, oh, it like no one's like saying. Everyone in the stories right now are saying he's worth 200. They didn't read the part that says maybe, which means it might be 100 or it might be 500 million.
We don't know where it's going to end up. How many shares do you have? What was the payment that you got for creating the art?
The shares that I got then I can't explain how the thing works, but it like split forward and
doubling the stock.
So you started out with how many shares, and now what is it up to?
I don't know. I have no idea.
But how do you know it's worth 200 or might even be worth 500? Who's evaluating this for you?
Like very powerful Jewish people.
Powerful Jewish people.
Well, then they know.
Then they know. Yeah. Right. But so get back to this for a second. You were a young guy. You dropped out of high school. You never went to college. This and that. You were a struggling artist. Your art maybe sold for like $100 a painting or something if you were lucky. Where did you get the money to gamble in Vegas for that initial $1 million?
I gambled with everything always. You know, fortune favors the bold. Like, I would gamble my entire 2-month salary from Toys R Us, delivering pizzas, anything.
Are you a degenerate gambler? Do you have a problem?
From age 15 to 23, I lost every single time.
Right. So you are a degenerate gambler.
Definitely. But
you just love it.
But I'm 35 now.
Yeah.
From 23 to 35, I've lost 3 times.
Really?
Yeah.
But when you say lost 3 times, you mean actually gone and lost money?
Everything.
Left. No. Just left under.
Okay.
Are we going to worry that you're going to gamble away your $140 million, $200 million? I mean, could you potentially start putting down $40,000, $50,000 a bet?
Like go and break Vegas?
Yeah. Well, or just go berserk and break yourself.
Let me tell you, the whole gambling thing. I don't drink, I don't do drugs, I don't do any of that shit. So
you ought to start. Keep your money.
You like girls though, right?
So I go out and I do graffiti and I gamble and I do shit that's like crazy, and
you live on the edge.
But it's not everyone that knows me from the outside is like, that guy's crazy, but you can't fucking Okay, so when I was 23, I lost all my money, which was not that much money at the time, but my whole world.
Because what were you, like a pizza delivery guy, and were you just doing menial kind of work?
I was just doing every fucking shitty job you can think of.
Right.
And I was hitchhiking back from Vegas because I lost everything. And I got in a fight with my girlfriend at the time. She scratched my chest up. She was like, getting back in the car. I was like, fuck off. And we're in New York right now. What's the New York's the city with 1 million stories?
Yeah.
Las Vegas is a story with 1 story.
Yeah.
I was winning, and then I lost it all.
Right.
So everyone has that story, and I'm sitting in the fucking desert walking back going, there is that part of the story that goes, I was winning. So then what is the I lost, because it's a vice.
It seems like everybody, even when you're up, you think you're going to score more.
You got to have more.
So no one knows when to stop, is your point.
Exactly, and it's greed. And I was like, what in life, because when you're winning money, it feels fucking awesome.
Right.
So I go, what else feels awesome?
Right.
Fucking feels awesome. So I was like, okay, no more of this bullshit. My story's gonna be, I was winning, and then I won more, and then that's it. There's gonna be no, and then I lost it all. And so I said, if I can fuck a girl and pull my dick out before I explode, I was like, then I'm gonna train myself to be I'm giving you some insight into my shit, man. I'm like,
hey, go ahead, bro. Hey, you're the one sitting there with all that money, so we're listening.
This might make me sound gay, but coming is so fucking boring. I mean, it's like the end game. For sex, all the other shit is awesome. Meeting the girl, seeing if it's gonna the whole
the build up,
taking off her underwear for the first time, seeing what kind
You're not the only one who feels that way. Is that why you've never gotten married? Is that you say your biggest success in life isn't the money? It's that you've managed not to marry or have kids, because otherwise you'll never have that build up again. You want to go through the build up each time.
It's everyone has what they want in life. I've heard you for years, and you value companionship.
Yes.
You know. For me, I value freedom more than anything.
And not coming right away.
And not coming right away.
Right. So freedom to you is most important. If you were saddled with a wife and kids, or a wife, it would mean the end of that excitement. You live for the excitement. Is that correct?
It's not necessary. Did you see this Ryan Gosling movie, Blue Valentine?
I think so, yeah.
It's like showing the awesome part of meeting a girl for the first time.
Right. And then the whole thing deteriorates.
But that's every relationship.
Right.
And I'm like, everyone that I know that's a self-made millionaire or successful doing what they want to do, they're just awesome at whatever they are, and then they're all either divorced or are in the shittiest relationship. There's only 24 hours in a day. You can't be the best this and also the best dad and husband. And the girl I was with for 7 years, I love her. I didn't break up with her because I cheated or she cheated or anything. I was just with her one day, and I was like, this is awesome. She's beautiful. She has her own friends, her own hobbies. She leaves me alone. And I just, I'm fucking obsessed. If the mic or something doesn't look right on your drawing, I'll just not sleep and I'll just draw it over and over again. And
there's no room for a permanent relationship in your life, because you are number one into your work, you're into your life, and you really firmly believe that every relationship will eventually get shitty.
I mean, don't you agree that 99% of them do? I mean,
yes.
Of course.
Yes, they do.
Yeah. So I hedge my bets, and I'm like, and I'm honest.
So yes, I like your honesty. go back to the first time you went to. So after you were a loser in Vegas, how did you become a winner? You became aware of a philosophy that
the money increment can change, and that's basically how I got to the million. But basically, it's progressive, which you can get any Vegas book, and it's a combination of hit and run style, which is as soon as you win anything, you get out.
Clarify something.
Okay.
You went back to Vegas. You had saved up some money. You didn't have a lot of money. What would you say you went back to Vegas with? 10 grand?
No. This is like $500 or something.
$500. So you go back and you say, now I'm going to make some money. Right. I'm never going to be a loser again. When I'm up, I'm going to stay up, and that's it.
So what I'm going to explain to you sounds like so stupid and easy, but you have to have the discipline. You got to play like a goddamn robot.
All right.
So you bet $10.
Right.
You lose the $10, you bet $20. Right. You lose the $20, basically every game in the casino is about 50-50, right?
Right.
So the chances of you losing like 30, 40, 50 times in a row, that's not going to happen that often. So as long as you just keep like throwing your dick down on the table and be like doubling up, as soon as you win money, you just go upstairs and you put it away. You're not trying to win like $1 million all at once.
Right.
If Las Vegas is Goliath, then you're just trying to take little.
So you go there, you bet 10, you bet 20, you bet 30. All of a sudden, you make your $50 bet. It hits.
It hits.
So now you won $50. I go back up to my room.
No. Now you're even.
Right.
Now you're even, or you basically just every time you win anything, you just store it up in the room. And also, I pay someone to make sure I play the way I'm supposed to, so I don't lose my mind.
All right, so let's say that first night you win $200. You take the $200 and you bank it. You put it back in your safe or whatever.
And I never stay more than 72 hours.
Right.
I take it, and now that rule's changed, but I take it and I bounce. And then
what's the new rule?
New rule is you got about $200 million. You could have stayed until you lose it all.
So then, for a long time there, I would go to Vegas 4 times a month.
Right.
And I would always make somewhere in the range of $1,000, $800 sometimes, $1,100 sometimes, and it just dawned on me that, fuck, I don't need to sell this painting, I don't need to whore myself out and do all these like weird jobs. I'm like, I can make a living gambling if I don't get greedy, and that was my base. I was like $1,000, I could live off this, my standard of living is like subterranean.
And I know something of your story. Once you said that I can make money gambling, you said, fuck charging $100 for a painting. I'll start charging $10,000 for a painting. And as soon as you started charging $10,000 for a painting, suddenly everybody wanted your artwork.
People start noticing.
Yeah, because rich people, they
don't want a guy for $100.
They want what they can't have,
Right.
And you guys you've had this experience, like, you just walk into a museum or like a hotel lobby or something, and you see you're like, what is this piece of shit?
Right.
Who the fuck paid for this?
And it turns out it's a Picasso. Yeah. And you're like, what the fuck is this?
And then you find out it's like worth $140 million, and you're like, who?
I need that.
Who okayed this?
Yeah, who
set the price?
Yeah. Right. So when you set your prices high, you started to make some money gambling. You weren't rich yet. You said, I got enough money to figure out how I'm going to live. I'll charge a lot of money for my painting. And now a painting of yours can go for like $500,000, right?
Last year, like, I just won. I had a huge show in Beverly Hills. I made a couple million off of my art, and I won a couple million from gambling. So I was like, I'm just going to chill and like work on up. Do you know, completely unrelated?
What's the most you ever got for a painting?
$500,000.
$500,000
at this point, yeah.
Right, $500,000 because you finally had an attitude shift as an artist. You said, you know what, fuck this.
Yeah, I did. I was like,
if you're gonna hire me to paint, give me goddamn money.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not gonna paint this year. And then I got a weird call from I didn't know anything about this country, Azerbaijan. Yeah. And the princess of Azerbaijan wanted a painting for the royal family collection. I was like, fucking cool. Right. So I sold her a painting, and I'm like, hey, I don't have to work the rest of the year. So
$500,000.
$500,000.
What was the painting of?
There was like a topless bat riding a motorcycle with a hippo.
Topless bat?
Cool. And, make me one of those.
It's like...
make me a duplicate.
Yeah, I mean...
No kidding.
I made you a painting, Howard.
No, thank you. No, listen, I'm going to lock that up in a safe. Are you kidding? That thing could be worth a fortune. Has any of your stuff resold for way more money?
I don't know.
You don't keep tabs on the market. Do you have an agent who sells your paintings and all that stuff?
Howard, can I tell you what happened?
Yeah.
How this shit... I have to tell you.
Go ahead.
So I told you I'm in Vegas. It's February 1st, right? And I have a friend, Yoshi Obayashi, who's a comedian who also works in porn. So he always gives me like blank DVDs that he burned at work of all his porn.
Right.
And I just always have it on me.
Right.
And he always thinks it's funny to just give me like all these pornos and then just throw one transsexual or one prolapsed anus porno in there.
Right. And
I don't know which one it is. So I stick the DVD into the to start watching it in Vegas. And I don't know if you do this, but I grab my tissues that I'm going to jerk off into and I tuck it under my chin. So it looks like an ascot, like Thurston Howell III.
No, I roll mine up in and put it in my sock.
So I'm like this, and that's awesome. You wear your socks?
Oh, yes.
That's a black guy thing.
Yeah, I grew up in a black neighborhood.
Okay. Right. How come black guys don't take their socks off when they?
Because we just fucking that's how we roll.
You get down?
Yeah.
All right.
And we don't take all that shit off.
So I stick the DVD in, and I'm like, there's like this many, so I'm like, for sure it's not the transsexual one, and I lay on my bed, and it's fucking the transsexual one,
right.
And my dick goes, or actually it got super hard, and I'm like, fuck, now I gotta change the DVD, so I would stand up, and I have like my fat dick hanging down, and I got my ascot tissues, and I get up, and my phone rings, and it's a girl that I was like just flirting around with, nothing ever happened,
right,
like just nothing, it just like went cold, but I still had her number from like 4 years ago,
right.
And it's just, I will suck your dick every day and night. Like, no, you don't have to marry me, no girlfriend. Just, like, I'll just come into your home, give you a blowjob. I know you love blowjobs. And I will, just give me $2 million.
Right.
And I was like, what a fucking weird text to get. And
now, you mean this is happening now that the word is out that you're worth $200 million?
I didn't know the word got out. And I'm like, I'm standing there with the tissues like this, and I'm like, oh fuck, what the hell? And I'm like, that's fucking weird. And then
can she really give a good blowjob, this girl?
I never even had sex with her.
And she said to you, hey, here's the deal, give me $2 million and you'll get a blowjob every day.
Every day and night.
I'm like, where the fuck is this shit coming from? And then, it was 2, 3 in the morning. And then my assistant, his phone is blowing up. He's like, my parents called me and say there's like news people like trying to jump over the gate and stuff.
Right.
And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And he goes, Good Morning America wants me to come pick you up right now so you could be on the morning show. And then it was like Al Jazeera, Ellen. Every fucking like news outlet in the universe
wants to interview you.
Was trying to get me, and I'm still sitting there with my tissues tucked in. I'm like this with my dick hanging out, and I'm like.
And every news organization wants to. I'm in the middle of beating off. I can't go on Good Morning America.
I'm trying to change my
So how do you
I'm sitting there going, that fucking asshole from the New York Times broke this fucking story, and the only thing I think in my head is, everyone wants to interview me. And respect to you guys. You guys are the only guys that didn't contact me, and you guys are the only ones I wanted to talk to. I'm like, I want to fucking talk to the king of all media, and it's the only show where I could talk freely about anything I want. And
well, I'm honored. I mean, I knew that all these organizations were after you. They wanted to fly you in.
And you guys were the only ones that didn't offer. And I was like, I just want to talk to Howard, and not even just to interview you. Like, who the fuck can I talk to now that's it? Like. Everyone, as soon as you got that $500 million series, like, give me money. Like, you're the only one I could relate to now. They're like, give me money. Your fucking friends, family, whatever, all this weird shit. And it's like.
It's crazy.
It's crazy, right?
Well, let me understand something.
I want advice, man.
Okay, we'll get to the advice, but I still want to understand your story because it's wild. So how did the New York Times guy get your name? Were you just listed as one of the shareholders?
Okay, so basically, here's the thing about Sean and Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah.
Like, the same way I didn't really know anything about Facebook or didn't think anything of it, I believed in Sean. In the same way, those guys, like, love my art, and sometimes I think maybe they don't even like my art. They just like that I'm this guy that just does, like I think you're a true artist because you're honest and you express, and when I make art, like, anytime, like, I could, like, Hitler was a fucking artist. And they said his art was shitty, and look what he ended up doing. Like, I feel like a killer sometimes, and I'm like, I'm not killing anybody.
Right.
I'm just gonna. I don't care if it offends anybody. I don't care if someone's upset by it. I want to express myself as honestly.
That's what a true artist is. An artist expresses themselves, and then you got to just be honest and let it all hang out.
Right. And my mom brainwashed me since I was a kid that I was the best. She's like, I was born, and she's like,
you're the best artist in the world and the most handsome. I was like, okay, I don't
so
think so.
Zuckerberg and so get back one second. You're all over the place.
Okay.
Let me back you up because you're a fascinating guy. When you went to Vegas and you made the million, you kept putting the money aside and this and that. At the same time, you actually racked up $1 million in winnings as you kept banking and banking and banking every time you won.
What
was your biggest score? Like you go to Vegas and win blah 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 in one shot.
That time, well, it wasn't like at 30 I went one time and won the million. It was over that whole year. So that time,
in a year you made $1 million.
In 1 year I had made $1 million.
From 500 you went to $1 million.
Yeah, I mean it's like a drug. Like at some point 1,000 doesn't.
And at the same time, once you have $1 million.
Right.
Do you say, hey, I'm going to charge a fortune for my painting because I don't really need to go and do every single job now. And then your paintings and your artwork starts to click and everything's clicking. And within that time, because everything was clicking, Zuckerberg and Sean Dude from Napster, they offer you $60,000 or stock in Facebook. And you said, hey, Sean's a cool dude. I'm watching this guy transform himself. He's wild. I'm going to take the stock in this stupid fucking company I don't believe in, Facebook. And that was the smart. Could you imagine your life today if you hadn't taken the stock? You would have been one of those guys walking around, if I'd only taken that fucking stock.
He'd have changed the DVD and the porn.
You're not kidding.
No, I wouldn't, Howard.
You wouldn't? You would have no regrets.
Because I think of you as someone that's in my position that does what you want and then got a crazy payday, and people are like, why the fuck is Howard getting $500? I'm like, because he's the best. No one does what Howard does, so he deserves it. And then I forgot what they offered Dave Chappelle when he lost his mind and went to Africa. It was something like
$50 million.
Yeah, they're like, because
he's unique and one of a kind.
Basically, I was with Mark this recently, like 2 months ago, painting the new Facebook, which is like the most giant. It's like 18 of these buildings.
Right.
And
what'd they pay you for that?
I did. This was a freebie this time.
Yeah, you're not kidding.
Look at what you're getting.
No, I mean I love Mark, and I was painting it. And
what do you paint? Do you paint the whole wall in
paint everything
graffiti style?
Anything.
Is it inside or outside? You're painting the inside of the building?
Anything.
Do me a favor, get out there in the hall and start painting.
I'll paint whatever you want, Howard.
Yeah, go ahead. No, go ahead.
Everyone's like, this graffiti guy. I'm like, I do oils. I'm the master of my craft.
Were you great when you were a kid at the artwork?
I've been drawing since I fell out of my mom's pussy. I used the umbilical cord.
Good for you falling out of there.
Yeah.
Oh, there you are. They're the walls you paint.
That's 2005 I did those.
That's Facebook?
Yeah.
Wow.
I was just like fucking going for it, you know?
You just do it like it's graffiti art, but also you do paintings, you do this, that, and the other thing.
I do, you know, graffiti, if you look it up, it's like, it's illegal, right?
Right.
When they told me I was going to be on Stern, like, I couldn't contain myself, and I was like, I lost my mind. I was like, fuck, I got to go paint something. And my landlord, he like, in New York, my old landlord in Chinatown, he's like, Dave, I heard this story. He's like, come paint, like, on the building, you know?
Right.
And it's like when someone's asking you to do graffiti, it's not graffiti anymore.
Right.
I painted a building once where they demolished the whole building just to keep the wall.
Wow.
I mean, so it's like
that's crazy.
Is that illegal? It's if someone asks you to rape you, it's not rape anymore.
Right.
That's right. No, it's consensual.
Yeah.
All right. So it's more fun going out and painting a wall than you're not supposed to.
Of course.
That's right. It's always more fun.
Right.
It's the illegality.
Right.
Now, why did you end up in jail? Before you went and painted this legendary building for Facebook and got all this stock, why were you in jail? What were you doing that was wrong?
Okay, so I only saw a therapist for like a month, but he says I'm missing the like most people, like when they do something stupid or make an insane decision or something, they think about it, right?
Right.
He says you're missing that part. He's like, you just do shit without thinking about it, you know? So, and that, you know, goes into like how I paint. Everything I do the same way.
That's part of who you are.
Right. So
but what did you go to jail specifically
for?
So
I was in Japan, like, you know, graffitiing the walls, stealing bikes, and you know, in Japan, it's a crazy society. Have you been there?
Never. I will never go. I'm too tall for Japan. I'll stick out like a giraffe.
They'll fucking worship you out there.
Yeah.
They don't like if I left my wallet here, they would just leave it there
until you could get it.
It's a very like that kind of society, you know. So they don't lock their bikes up, and I would take a bike and I would just go tag all of Tokyo, and then you know I was going crazy.
So you were a thief.
I was a thief. I was doing
bicycle thief.
I was doing all kinds of shit.
Were you also a looter during the Los Angeles riots?
This is the only thing my dad's pissed about, because when all this shit happened, my dad's like, oh, the Korean news. I was like, fuck the Korean news. Like, all they do is like care about when I'm getting married, that I'm fat, and that how much money I make. That's all they ever ask me.
Right.
I was like, don't talk to those fuckers. And he's like, yeah, they just pretty much, you know, reprinted the whole New York Times story, but at the end, this is going to be sort of fucked up what I'm going to say, but I was young. So I was 92?
Yeah.
I was 15 or 16 years old.
Uh-huh.
And the LA riots started. And, you know, my family's business and everything was in Koreatown. And they were just fucking going after the Koreans like crazy.
Right.
You know? And I was watching this, and I was just feeling like it was like a race war, you know?
Yeah.
I'm like, they're just coming after us, Koreatown got burned down to the ground.
Right.
And I felt like we're just not, the riot side, we're not being represented properly. I need to go out and, like, go against the Mexicans and the blacks, you know?
Right.
So, you know, in the Korean newspaper, they wrote, in 92, he looted against the Koreans with the blacks. And I was like, actually, it was the other way. But
you were looting, but you were looting.
You were trying to loot the other guy.
Yeah, but, you know, once you got out there, it was just a giant, like...
All right, so when you were young, you looted. When you got to Japan, you stole stuff.
Crazy.
You went fucking berserk. What did they catch you stealing in Japan?
No, in Japan, this undercover security guard... this is I can't believe it's like I did something fucked up at one place, but he was from a different store or something, and he thought that I had stolen something from there. But I'm an artist, and I have tons of like art books and shit out, and so I had that in my backpack.
Yeah.
And he thought I stole it was like this weird.
You were framed.
It wasn't. It's like.
He was stealing, but not what he was caught for.
Right. He was stealing things, but not the stuff that he thought he was stealing.
You know, and that was all.
You did a crime, but you got convicted of a crime you didn't do.
And he was screaming at me in Japanese, and he was all plain clothes, and I was like, bro, get the fuck out of my face. I don't know what you're saying. I'm not Japanese. And then he pushed me, and then I knocked him out, and then I took off, and then all these.
How much time did you do in Japan for doing that?
I'll tell you the way they announced my sentence.
Right.
David Cho, for the crimes you've committed against the Japanese people, you get 7 years.
Wow.
Suspended.
Oh.
So I was already in.
So they make you shit your pants, right?
I was in there for 3 months, and then they were like, you don't fuck around in Japan.
Right.
You don't.
So did they deport you?
No, they actually just let me out, which was confusing to everyone. And they said I could come back, but it was. That was a long time ago.
So what type of pussy are you getting? Now the word's out that you're worth over $200 million, perhaps. We're not sure exactly what you're worth. It could be $500 million. We know you're worth more than.
We just know he has Facebook stock.
Right, and we know you're worth over $100 million. Because of this are you the most successful artist in the history of the planet now with your payment from Facebook?
Sure.
Yeah.
Why not?
You are.
Why not?
I don't know.
But aren't you? I mean, who's made more money? Most
it's
artists.
Not an artist that's.
But his payment was the highest in history. He got a Facebook. His payment for painting the fucking wall.
Painting Facebook.
Yeah. Robin, go with this.
All right, I'm going with you. I just wanted to know where you're going.
Try to be like Giselle with Tom Brady.
He doesn't want to get married.
I
just have to give him a blowjob every day.
Blow him every day.
Is that an offer, Robin?
Blow him now, see if he likes it. It's like King Tut over there. So, David, what's the scoop? Are you getting all kind of pussy now, or what?
Well, so, yes. Yeah. I mean, so this girl that I was with for 7 years, and I was just sitting there one day, and nothing was wrong except for, and I do get really manic depressive sometimes, where I know it's completely irrational, but I am totally convinced at that moment that I'm gonna die soon, and then it makes me act even crazier. So I was like, this is a good girl. She deserves to be with like a stable, normal dude. And so, I said a million. I value my freedom,
right?
And so that was one of the biggest regrets in my life, and I let it go. It's like I regret it and I don't regret it, you know. And
now you're free to go get laid like crazy.
Yeah, so I do. I mean, I went crazy and
you fucking any like celebrity types?
Yeah, everybody.
No shit.
Fucking, it's
you fucking celebrities?
Why not?
I mean, are you?
Howard, up until this fucking story broke, I fucking loved my life, man.
Yeah.
I had a good life. I was gambling.
You were underground,
and winning.
You were gambling and winning.
I talked to Mark. He's like, it doesn't matter how much money, billionaire, trillionaire, you can never pay for your privacy back.
Mm-hmm.
And so when this guy from the New York Times contacted me and says, he was trying to like connect with me. He's like, hey, I used to write graffiti and all this shit. And I'm like,
fuck you.
I'm like, he's like, you're going to be on the cover of the New York Times. You can't even pay for that. And I was like, I listen to you when you get like all these offers and people are like, I can't believe Howard turned down like, being the host of America's Got, like just whatever. Like,
right.
And it's like, because you know what you want out of life, and then you make those decisions.
So you would prefer not to be famous?
So I think about it for a second. I'm like, that would be so cool to be covered on the New York Times. Not that cool. I don't need that kind of attention.
So you're saying you were already fucking celebrities before even this story came out?
I remember when you had Eli Roth on here, the guy that does Hostel, and you're like, are you fucking all these celebrities? And he's like, fuck that shit. I'm fucking like girls in like Yugoslavia and stuff. And I fucked porn stars, Power Rangers, A-list celebrities, D-list celebrities.
You fucked a Power Ranger?
Yeah.
How is that?
How is that, by the way? I've never had that.
That shit was rad. That was 1999. That was a while ago.
Wow.
And it's like, there's,
So in other words, because you're a great artist and you were making a very great living.
You want to know the move, Howard?
Go ahead.
Okay. You know what the whore trap is, right?
Go ahead.
No, what is the whore trap?
Teach me.
The whore trap is when sorry, Robin. It's when a woman.
Robin, cover your ears.
A woman changes the inflection of her voice. She pushes her tits together and she like flirts with a guy to get. All the guy wants to do is fuck her, right?
Right.
And the girl knows there's no way she's ever gonna fuck her or fuck the dude, but she still wants like stuff like food and her bills paid or whatever it is.
Right.
She flirts with the guy to get what she wants, and she's never gonna fuck him.
Right.
So this is gonna fucking make me sound like such a douchebag, but whatever. I do the reverse whore trap.
Go ahead.
Because what does a pretty girl do all day? She like looks in the mirror and she's like checking her hair and her makeup, and she's just like on Facebook or MySpace. There are always pictures of them, like how hot they are. An artist is the same thing. Like I paint people. Like I say I'm the best face painter after Peter North. And it's like I just stare at faces all day painting them. And so a girl who's like very vain and stuff and finds out, oh my God, like you paint women so amazingly and all this shit, and they see my stuff, like now like they want something from me, like they're like, oh my God, I want this famous artist to paint me, and so now it's the reverse whore trap. Like I get them to do stuff for me and all this shit, and I never.
So like if there's a really hot chick, you'll take her up to the studio, paint her, and then fuck her.
Yeah.
Maybe he won't even paint her.
Right.
No, I never paint them.
Oh, you don't?
Yeah.
They're just trying to get you to paint them. Why not paint them, though? Because who cares? You're not interested.
I mean, I just paint whatever I want. I don't want.
How many different chicks do you fuck a week? Like, seriously, you're on a roll.
I don't know, man. It's.
Like, can you get 10 chicks a week?
I fucked 10 girls in one day once.
What? Get the hell out.
Yeah, it was my record.
And did you do that technique where you hold your dick?
But at the end of the day, I felt like the skin on my dick was off. And
it's too many 10, right?
Here's the thing, though.
Are these girls 10s or are they like 5s?
Oh, I've fucked every single thing you can think of.
You from a 1 to a 10?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not picky. I mean, there was one girl I couldn't even get my arms around her.
Really? She was so fat you couldn't put your arms around, and you fucked her.
I'm a horny dude, Howard.
Dude, you are horny.
That's why I want to hear you about jacking off and shit. And you're like 50, and I'm still beating off like I'm like, fuck, man.
It'll calm down somewhat, but I still beat off.
But let me ask, how do you find 10 people?
Robin, you ever been with an Asian guy?
No, I haven't.
Fuck Robin.
Robin, you know what you just said right now?
What?
Like I never have. It's every girl I've ever fucked. Not every girl, but 90% of the women I've ever had sex with.
Yeah.
Either before I fuck them or after I fuck them, when you're just laying there, or like when you're about to stick it in. And this is the fucked up part. A lot of them are even Asian. They're like, wow, this is the first time I'm gonna fuck an Asian guy.
Right.
And I'm like,
well, where are you guys?
Well, you guys keep to yourself.
Tell me if this statement makes any sense.
Yeah.
Black women are the Asian guys of girls, and Asian guys and Asian girls are the black guys of girls.
Yeah, doesn't make any sense. Don't worry about it.
It's like,
so wait a second. You got a big dick, or is it you small?
I think I have an average sized dick for someone my size.
Right.
But
you got 6 inches?
At least. But there was a point when I showered naked with men for many years.
Yeah.
Totally not gay.
In jail.
Starting with jail.
Right.
So yeah. I get to Japan and I'm in prison, and that's a bath culture. They don't take showers.
Right.
So I'm getting in a giant bathtub with all these fucking Japanese dudes with tattoos and shit. And I'm like, am I 5 years old taking a bath with my brother right now? Like, what the fuck is this?
That's weird.
And they don't shave their pubes or anything.
Right.
So
they're getting out of the bathtub and they have these beards like that are down to here, and you just see like a red dot sticking out where the tip of their dick is, or you don't see anything.
Wow.
And like
women.
I don't shave my shit, but I keep it tight, you know.
Yeah, right.
And they're like, "Are you a porn star or something? How come your dick's so big?" And I'm like, "Man, you guys have like the smallest dicks I've ever seen in my life."
All right.
And then a year later, I'm in Africa. I'm in the Congo, and I'm taking showers with dudes out there. I shower a lot with guys.
Right.
And these guys have the fucking biggest dicks I've ever seen in my life.
Right. They're looking at you like you got nothing.
And yeah, and they're like, hey, you want to know why our dicks are so big? And I'm like, fuck yeah. And you know, I'm in the part of Africa like the National Geographic style where the women have tits like down to their knees and shit.
Yeah, like cucumber tits.
Yeah. Like they look like they have 4 arms. You know.
I like that NBC's banking on me to behave myself on America's Got Talent. Look at the level I'm at. Go ahead. Yeah. So you go to Africa and there's a lot of broads with cucumber tits.
Yeah, and in Africa it's a bucket shower. You just go to the river and you get. I'm in the Congo, and you take this bucket of dirty-ass water, you scrub down in, like, the side, and then you dump this bucket of water over you.
Uh-huh.
And there's, like, I'm showering with 2 dudes that are, like, my guide, and there's, like, all these naked kids running around. He's like, look at those babies with, like, big dicks. Everyone has a big dick. And he's like, that's why. I'm like, what do you mean that's why? He's like, because we're always naked. You know, they don't wear bras.
They think so. The gravity pulls their dick down.
He's like,
I should be naked more.
He's like, the women don't wear bras, so their tits just come down in here. And same thing with the guys.
They have no support.
He's like, we run around naked all the time. Our dicks just start fucking, you know.
I like that Good Morning America was fighting to get you on the air. What part of this interview could they air?
Exactly. I'm like, I want to fucking talk to Howard.
You're talking about cucumber tits, big cock,
fucking
gambling, and
Barbara Walters, 60 Minutes, and then I was like, you know what?
Fuck that.
This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do Howard Stern. Then, if you can get Barbara Walters to do graffiti with me, I'll do 2020, which I'm doing right after this.
Oh. Okay.
And then I think I'm going to do Jimmy Kimmel, and all we're going to do is talk about you the whole time.
Yeah, so, Jimmy's my boy.
Yeah. So I know that.
Yeah. Jimmy's a good man.
So.
Hey, what are you going to do? First of all, why don't you own a home anywhere? You live in Vegas in a 5-room suite?
No. I have a suite at every hotel that I just stay at.
Because he's such a gambler.
When you gamble, when you win $1 million, they give you anything you want.
Yeah. Are you comped wherever you go? Everything. But are you afraid because of your degenerate gambling that you could go? I know that you know to bank the money once you win and stuff. You'll stick to that, right? Just now because you have a couple $100 million, are you going to go berserk and start breaking your code? Like, you know. You better think this shit through with me.
No, here's the thing. Everyone's like, oh, this homeless, like, raggedy graffiti artist, whatever, is rich. I'm like, I've been rich for a while. I've had a couple
What were you worth before even, forget the Zuckerberg stuff and the Facebook. Were you worth a couple of mil?
Yeah, for sure. And so. 5? Yeah, over 5.
Not just from gambling, but from painting and gambling.
When I was 30, I made my first $1 million from gambling. Then after jail, I had a huge show in London with the same gallery that represents like Banksy and those guys.
Yeah.
And that show made $2.3 million.
Nice.
And then it just keeps, I have a fucking good life until this Facebook shit. Give me that fucking stock.
Exposed.
You know what? Put it all in my name and let me worry about
it. Give it.
Don't worry about it. I'll take care of you if you go bankrupt.
But Howard,
go ahead.
It's like, do you remember what it was like when you made your first $1 million? That feeling?
There was no sort of time that I ever felt like I had any money.
See, I have, like, I still do everything the same.
I still work because I feel like
work is God, man. That's the only thing that brings any kind of happiness.
But I don't feel like I don't spend money on myself. I spend it on my wife, my kids, my whatever. I don't feel like I'm a wealthy man.
But you are, though. But you don't feel that way,
I don't conduct my life any differently.
Exactly.
I think you have to be born that way.
Yeah, I don't know how people...
I don't know how people ever get that feeling.
Right. I have sort of this weird work ethic, but I know what you mean. Like, I don't think I could... Like, I took a job with America's Got Talent. For what reason? It wasn't money.
Oh, you did end up doing that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm the judge. Where the fuck have you been?
I have...
He's been busy.
I slowed down.
Fucking 10 girls a day.
After the Artie incident, I sort of stopped. I still listen to you guys, but not as,
Oh, because why? Because what Artie did?
It just, it was so, I like cried after that happened, and it like depressed the shit out of me for a long time.
Yeah,
like,
join the club.
Yeah. But no, I still listen to you guys, but, you buy your parents a house, you eat at the best restaurant, you do all the shit you do.
But you live permanently in Vegas in these different suites?
I live in hotels all over. I mean, I'm just traveling nonstop. I work Like that's what I do, you know.
But you
completely independent of this whole thing. This is like completely random.
Yeah.
I was supposed to be on Letterman last night for something else.
For what?
So there's this. Have you heard of this rap group, The Antwoord from Africa? It's like my African brother and sister, Yolandi and Ninja.
Yeah.
So they were on Letterman last night, and I was gonna play drums with them, but I didn't want anyone to find out that I was gonna. And it was huge. I was like, fuck. Like my other passion is playing drums, so I was like.
But you're a lucky guy. Like you have a lot of cool shit going there.
I fucking love working, and because what I do for work is what I love to do.
You
play
do
music, make art, like, you know.
And
like,
get laid. Good Lord. So 10 chicks in one day. So you're never going to settle down. I mean, you're just going to.
I mean, I'm too old to use words like never or forever. Who fucking knows what's going to happen in this life?
Right.
I might walk out of this building and someone might shoot me in my head, and your painting might be worth more money or something. You know?
Yeah, I'm hoping for that.
Oh God!
Well, I want my painting going up and down. No, thanks for the painting. I'm going to have to fucking frame this thing.
But
man.
you know what I'm saying? Like you guys are like powerful, rich people, and it's like you. Like, you have the house in the Hamptons, you got your boats and everything. Like, you buy all the shit you're supposed to do, and then what? You give money to charity.
That's right.
And then
hopefully.
You do all the things you do.
Right.
And then one thing I noticed about rich people is they're very uncreative on how they spend their money, you know?
Well, I'm going to tell you something.
Okay.
You know what money represented to me?
Right.
You mentioned the word freedom.
Right.
My freedom is not to have to sit there and bow to a program director ever again.
Right.
To me, any kind of success meant that creatively now, it's kind of like what you're saying.
Right.
Gee, I want to paint a painting. I do it now because I want to.
Right.
And now I don't have to sit there and suck the fucking dick of the man.
But there's no and now. It's been like that for a while.
That's right.
I don't give a shit. I don't need I'll do it in the street.
Well, then you've got everything.
Have you ever had your dick sucked by two women? Like, have you ever
let me think about that. Wait. Let me think.
Come on, Howard. Like,
well, I was with two women while one was sucking my dick.
Howard, what the? Are we being filmed right now?
Yes.
Yes.
Where's the camera?
Hopefully.
It's like to like stand and like look over at a mirror, and then one girl's like sucking your dick, and the other one's like licking your ass or sucking like.
I've never had my ass licked.
Howard.
Yeah.
What the fuck, dude? Like, you're a clean dude, right?
Yeah, I think so.
It's like an awesome feeling, man.
Yeah.
And like.
Don't you feel bad for the girls putting a tongue up your dick?
What if they want to do it?
I don't know.
He never thinks that anybody wants.
I don't think anyone really wants to be up my ass.
When I hear like you talk about Beth, and sometimes Beth is on here, like you love her and adore her, and vice versa.
Yeah.
You're the fucking king. You're the queen. You guys should fucking like live. You see, Coming to America when they're like washing,
washing their balls.
Dude, like you're the fucking king of all media, and you haven't had your balls in one girl's mouth each, and one like.
You want to know
feel
something?
That once in your like.
You want to know something, David?
Birthday, feel that.
You know what? I don't even feel that pressure anymore. I really love my wife, and I feel like. The security of that relationship. I know this sounds weird to a guy like you because I was in the same boat you're in.
No, but I'm naturally like that guy, you know.
And don't get me wrong. To be totally honest, there are days, even as in love as I am and everything's good with my wife, there are days I go, wow, I could be getting my dick sucked.
You could have a ball in each girl's mouth.
I could have one. Well, my balls ain't that big. But But what I have with her is. It's like no pressure. It's nice, and the sex is great. And you know what? Do you think you really need that much sex? Think about it. If I told you that you really don't need that much sex,
of course I don't need it, but
right. You know what I mean? So it's like I'm happy. You know. And as far as a girl's tongue up my ass, I'm not that great a wiper. I'll be honest with you. There's remnants.
Well, then what about Robin? It's like, okay, you got
Robin is into her own thing.
Why don't
she's particular.
You're particular, but do you like massages?
Sure.
Why not
let the guy stick his finger in there?
No, why not get 5 ripped dudes just massaging you all one.
Oh, she does that.
Just close your eyes and just have all these guys massaging you at the same time and why don't you do cool shit like that?
Yeah, but at some point
it doesn't even sound like fun to me.
But I live
really?
Yeah.
You close your eyes, you got all these hands
Some women are a handful, and sometimes you don't want the headaches and the problems. And at some point, also, you just don't want to be that guy who fucks them and leaves them, and you're kind of treating women like they're just meat.
But what if they
they're using you. They're using you, and you're using, and I'm using
everyone's
them.
honest. They're not.
Yeah, but people do get hurt.
Of course
they do. And sometimes at some point you'll see you'll get kind of nauseated from all that hassle.
Well, here's
don't get me wrong. You're having a fucking blast.
But here's the thing. It's not like, oh, I'm doing this like from yesterday. I've been doing this for a while now. And so
Did you ever have any long-term relationships besides that 7-year one? I mean, do you ever have?
I tried a year ago, and it lasted 6 months. We were like about to kill each other.
Yeah.
But
it's not your thing.
So I had that feeling of, I've done all this shit too. You know, everyone's like, oh, this guy's worth $200 million. It's like, do the stakes really taste that much better? Is there something that's $1 billion?
Well, you have something wonderful now in your life because of what's going on with you and your art and all of that. What you have is, you can only have so many stakes. You can only be so much.
Right.
So
is A-list pussy any better than D-list pussy? It's like, no, it's the same except no, it's not.
What you have
comes with a headache.
You have the security that most people in America don't have. A lot of people are sitting
security.
there. No, come on. A lot of people sit there and they go, shit, how am I going to ever feed my wife? How am I going to feed my family? How can I take care of my parents? You have the ability to do that, and that's the great thing. That is a great thing.
Your whole family came after you after they found out the...
No, not everyone.
Cousins, uncles, weird.
Some did, and some didn't. What is this? You paint sometimes with your nose bleed? Like you
that was in jail.
Oh, when you were in jail, you'd punch yourself in the face.
No, you know what happened?
And make your nose bleed and paint on the wall.
You know what happened when I went to jail?
Yeah.
I resisted arrest because I was like, I didn't know the guy was like a cop, you know, the guy I punched. And they jumped on me and no one spoke English. And they were, you know, I was like, get the fuck off me. And then I got up and I started running again. And a cop I didn't see, a huge one, just grabbed me by my neck and just kneed me right in the back. And so my kidneys were bleeding. I was internally bleeding. And I was in the worst fucking pain of my life. And I was in prison, like total like American asshole, like fuck you, like get me out of here. And they were like, stop lying, you know, stop, like there's no blood coming out of you, there's nothing.
Right.
And I've been in a lot of fights and I've been in a lot of pain. So like when I tell you this was like the worst pain, I thought I was gonna die. I felt like something was like gonna explode inside me.
Right.
And not a guy's another penis or anything. Just I just felt like so I'm like, I'm gonna die right now.
Right.
If they don't believe me and no one's taking me to the hospital,
you're fucked.
So during like every day they give everyone a cigarette break.
Right.
I don't smoke, so I'm sitting in like this room with all these people smoking. So I was like, I don't want to go to cigarette break today. So when they went to cigarette break, I went in the room and I just started smashing my face against the bar.
Yeah.
And I just bloodied my face, so they had to take me to the hospital.
Right.
And then they knew I beat myself
Brilliant
up.
idea.
I had to get to the hospital.
Brilliant idea. And then what they do? Give you an antibiotic so that you can get your kidneys would be better, or what?
Oh, so the police chief who looked like Japanese Harvey Keitel goes, I'm going to take you to the hospital right now. That was a fucking stupid stunt you pulled. If we get to the hospital and we x-ray you and we find that there's nothing wrong with you, like whatever sentence we're going to give you is like you're fucked.
Right.
And that whole time, you know, I'm fucking crazy.
Right.
I'd only been in there for like 2 weeks at that point, or like 1 week. But I was like, I can't be caged. I'm like, I need to be, that feeling of having your freedom taken away from you.
Yeah, bad.
I was like, I'm going to escape from this prison. And people were like, the one guy that spoke English, the Japanese guy, Sonny, I said, I stuck my head through the bars. I was like, hey, Sonny, I got to get the fuck, I'm going to break out of jail. He's like, Dave, no one's ever escaped from a Japanese prison. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. These guys, like, I'm going to get out of here. And he goes, Dave, you sound retarded right now.
Right.
I was like, Sonny, if I do, like, what do I do? He's like, he gave me his girlfriend's number. He's like, call her.
This is the guard?
No. This is like another prisoner.
Another prisoner. Okay.
So they take me to the hospital. The whole time I'm handcuffed, and another thing on my belt to another cop.
Right.
And there's two other cops. So it's like it takes a lot of people to take a prisoner to the hospital. So they're already pissed to be doing this. And so they get the X-ray. They find out that I'm internally bleeding. They give me antibiotics. They give me all the painkillers, all this shit. And we get back to the police car, and the cop, he doesn't even say sorry or anything.
Right.
And so the Harvey Keitel cop is sitting on the hood of his car smoking because the young cop forgot to get the painkillers from the thing. Wow. So he runs in. So now this is my scenario. I'm in the fucking back of a police car, handcuffed to a very old police officer. And there's a fucking keys in the car, and it's just me and him. And the guy's sitting on the hood smoking. And I'm like, if there was ever a time,
this is it.
This is it. And the guy is old. He's like falling asleep.
You can take him out.
And he's like, he was talking to me in Japanese, like, he was like, you'll get out of jail. Don't, like, whatever he was saying, it was all like, yeah, you'll be fine, whatever. And he was like, sort of like drifting off. and I started doing this move. Like turning a little bit this way.
Yeah.
And like my heart's starting to beat because I already can recognize in myself when I'm going to do something crazy.
Yeah.
I'm like, this shit's going down like right now.
Yeah.
And I go like this, and I'm like, it's all playing out in my head.
Right.
Bash this guy's head through the glass.
Right.
Take his keys, jump over, go, steal clothes, fucking go to the water, take a boat to Korea. It's all.
You're coming up with a plan.
It's all going through, and I'm like,
it's all easy in your head.
And my heart is about to beat out of my chest, and I'm like this is happening, and like I go like this, and I'm like,
you're gonna kick the glass
my
out.
feet are shaking, and my heels I'm like, there's no like sort of kick. I have to bash this guy's fucking face into the thing, and I'm like, and then he just something.
You were going to take your feet and bash his head
into the glass.
Yeah, go
and
ahead.
I'm like, he's old. Like, I might kill him.
Right.
You know, I just wanted to knock him out, but I'm like, well, I can't take that chance. And in my head, I was like, this is it. I'm never going to get another chance. You know,
Dude, you had a 3-month sentence, though.
No. They were saying like 13 years.
Oh, whoa.
I was like, fuck, you know.
Yeah, right.
And so just something in his face changed. Like I just started crying.
You couldn't do it.
I just couldn't do it. I couldn't. I was like, I just couldn't do it. And then I just stopped. And then I was like, you know, like, I ain't no bitch, I ain't crying or whatever. And then he's like, oh, Dave, like, don't cry. And I was like,
yeah, I almost killed you.
I'm crying because I didn't kill you.
Well, let me give you a plug here. Not that you need it. You can see David Cho on tour with Diane Ward. Diane Ward?
Diane Ward is the guys that I was going to play with Letterman last night.
Oh, I see. I didn't know who that.
Diane Ward.
Diane Ward. For tour dates, go to. So you're their drummer.
No, they're just like, hey, come jam with us. Like from anytime they come to America, I either dance with them or play drums with them.
Cool. DianeWard.com. That's DiANTWOORD. That's why I'm having trouble with it. Don't miss David on Thumbs Up on Vice. For more info, go to vice.com/thumbs.
My hitchhiking show.
Oh, wow.
I can't do that anymore.
He's going out to do Barbara Walters graffiti.
Barbara Walters going with him.
Yeah, what are you going to do? Just going to pick some random building and do graffiti, or is she going to line it up?
I have no idea.
Right.
But, you know.
That whole graffiti thing's kind of freaky, too. Like, just going up to a building and you get caught and, you know.
You've never been with an Asian guy?
No.
Robin,
would you be interested in him?
Robin, you stop.
Robin, you know what we have in common that's like completely like I had no idea?
What?
I was in Colombia doing ayahuasca.
Really?
Oh, of course. That's another kooky fucking story.
No, but
hey, you know what you got to do? You got to fuck Barbara Walters. That would be wild.
Howard, this just naturally happens. I have no control over it.
Yeah.
When you start fucking as much as I do, you just start wanting to do other shit, so that's not that far away, you know. Like,
what's the oldest woman you ever fucked? Like Barbara Walters is close to 80.
Look, man, I'm into it, man.
That shit's got to be dried up. You're gonna have to work that.
There's lube.
You got to work that up, dude. So you ever been with Lindsay Lohan or any of those girls?
Howard, it's like if you like, you know how like celebrities come on here and you ask them like, hey, we saw a picture with you with this girl, and they're like, no, we're just friends.
Yeah.
Just flip the opposite. Any photograph you've seen of me with anyone, I fuck them.
Wow. Good for you.
Or most of them.
I don't want to post some pictures with you.
Why? Come on, Howard.
Everyone's going to think you fucked me. You haven't tried any gay sex or anything, have you? Uh-oh.
No.
He's an artist now.
Why are you thinking so hard?
Let me. Hey, Howard, I was thinking about that. Like, you know, I'm sitting here telling you all this bullshit about how I like my freedom and stuff.
Yeah.
So I have that show Thumbs Up.
Yeah.
And they started showing it on
right. For a guy who wants his freedom, why are you putting yourself on TV?
Exactly. So they put that show on Netflix, which is like huge, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then like same thing. I'm just chilling at home jerking off, and then the phone rings, and it's Channing Tatum, and it's Mike White, and all these guys are like, "You're fucking awesome. We got to do a travel show with you." And I'm like, "What the fuck is going on?" You know?
Right.
So I'm like in that sort of New York Times front page scenario again. But you want to show with HBO, Travel Channel, Hulu, like all, and I'm like,
good for you.
This is fucking awesome. But then I made that decision again. No, I like my freedom. I don't want to do it. So I turned it down. And
you hitchhike on the show. That's what you do.
Yeah, I hitchhike. I go all over. It's like
I don't do your art.
I don't want to answer to anyone. I like doing what I want to do, and it's like, so I turned that shit down, and then I was like sitting and thinking about it, and I'm just like, when's the last time there was like there's Asian people on TV, Asian guys on TV.
Yeah.
But when's the last time an Asian guy had his own show?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, you're right.
Like, when's the last time? And then I was thinking about it. I'm like, the only Asian guys really on TV,
George Takei,
are always gay.
Right.
So when's the last time you had an Asian guy in here that wasn't gay?
That's true. Yeah. You
When
are.
did we have
Am I
an
the
Asian
first?
guy in here?
You're the first Asian guy
I'm the first Asian guy in here that's not gay, right?
I guess it's George Takei.
By the way, David also has a podcast, and I got a feeling it might be really interesting. And it's
Koreans Gone Bad.
KoreansGoneBad.com. Listen, it sounds like you're having a lot of fun. Congratulations on being smart enough to take the Facebook stock. You know, people probably thought, gee, the guy didn't take $60,000. What an asshole.
But he didn't need the money, apparently.
Well, evidently, and he did back then. Don't forget, he just gotten out of jail. He could have used the money.
He hadn't made his million?
I made the money more than anything, Robin.
Really?
Yeah. He did a very smart thing. He sort of saw
believed
something
in Sean.
I bet on the fucking blue Gatorade, Robin. I doubled down on 18, man.
Wow.
I said, give me the 3.
What's the most you ever won in a gambling situation?
Every time I go to Vegas now, you know how like last time I said every time I had to win at least around 1,000. Now it has to be at least around 200,000-300,000.
Wow. What do you bet at a time?
My max bet here's the thing. It's like I could show you how to win $100,000 every time. Okay. But you got to roll in with $1 million.
I see.
You know, like.
So do you roll in with $1 million? What do you bet?
You roll
each
in with $1 million. The casino lets you max bet 60,000.
Right.
That's your ceiling.
Yeah.
So you start low and then you just keep like taking little scratches out. You know.
And you're telling me you only lost 3 times in your life.
And those 3 times they were female related. I don't fucking gamble with women. They don't sit next to me. I don't believe in Lady Luck.
You got to keep your focus.
I don't do any of that shit. You know.
Right. But in other words, you lose focus when you're sitting there with a woman.
I want to take Robin out.
Take her out. Well, I'm not stopping you. I mean, come on.
Did I what? When I came back from Colombia, some people were like, "Are you trying to copy Robin?" It was completely unrelated.
Is that right?
And it was.
How was it for you?
It was the best. Like, you have to do it, Howard.
I'm not going. First of all, I'm not leaving the country.
Dude, Howard.
And secondly,
this is what I'm talking about. You could fly a shaman here to do it.
Shaman schmaman.
Howard, you got to do this.
Are you a Beetlejuice fan?
I love Beetlejuice.
Did you draw graffiti of Beetlejuice?
As soon as they told me I was going to be on Stern, I was like, I'm going to go fucking do something.
What'd you do?
I drew Beetlejuice. I wrote "Release the Poison," and
there it is. Oh, that's fabulous.
Oh my goodness.
Where is that?
That's in Chinatown out here.
Oh fuck! I want that.
I love it.
I'm gonna go photograph.
Look at those teeth.
My landlord.
That's in Chinatown.
But that's what I'm saying. Like,
when did you do that?
I did that 2 days ago.
Oh, that's fantastic. Buy me that building so I can.
My landlord was like, "Hey Dave, I heard you're gonna be in New York. Come by and."
It says "Bad as Can," release the poison, and it's a fantastic graffiti of Beetlejuice.
I did that in 5 minutes.
That's
fantastic.
amazing.
You motherfucker, you're good. I could talk to you all day, David. You're fascinating.
Fucking have me back on, Howard.
All right, I'll check back in with you.
Yeah, check back
Calm down.
Howard, can I bring some shamans and bring some ayahuasca up in
the He's not going to do ayahuasca. As soon as he sees it, he's going to...
David, I don't have a constitution for it. I'll be sick the rest of my life. You know how you felt when you were... You know when you were smacked in the kidneys and it felt weird?
Yeah.
That's how it would feel for me. Listen. Put your sights on Robin. Fuck her and marry her.
Robin, come on. Let's go out. Let's do some fucking shit, dude. Let's
I'm not that much fun.
You love JD. You're a big JD fan?
I fucking, like, every time he comes on and you guys play that music, it's like awesome.
It's the best, right?
It's the
JD.
best.
Yeah, you got to help him out, man. You got to get him some pussy and you got to teach him how to make some money.
What was the dude, Ryan Philippi?
Yeah, he tried.
He's like, I'll fucking get JD laid. Are you kidding me?
But what's your plan?
Take him out.
How can you get him laid?
How can JD doesn't get laid at all?
Hardly any. Yeah.
I saw him in the hall. He's got the long hair going and shit.
Yeah.
He doesn't have a rap. He's like.
I mean, doesn't everyone that's like related to you somehow get laid just from the association?
Well, he does get laid once in a while.
JD, what the fuck?
He doesn't look that bad.
Hello. Fuck JD.
I don't go that way. Sorry. I don't care how much money you have.
He says he can get you laid.
Huh?
He says he can get you laid.
You. Okay. All right.
Hey, good luck.
Stern guys love Vegas, right?
Right.
You come to Vegas once in a
He
while.
loves Vegas.
Yeah, I'm going to Vegas for America's Got Talent in a couple of.
I'll hop on with you.
All right, I'll take you out there. Let David see how you roll.
What did you think of Howard's answer his reason of like not needing to have that experience of having one nut in each mouth?
Have
you had that?
I have not had that, and I would relish that opportunity one time.
You're looking down, and you see two eyes looking up at you.
Have you avoided STDs? Are
yeah,
you clean?
I'm fucking wrapped up that shit. I'm all good.
These girls got to wear some. I mean, aren't you afraid they can give you some?
Of course, I wrap that shit up for.
You wrap it up.
Yeah.
Not for a blowjob.
For a blowjob?
For a blowjob too, yeah.
Really?
You
put it in a rubber?
I got this expensive Japanese shit that it feels, you can't tell, but whatever.
Good for you. David, listen.
God bless you.
Go and check out David at KoreansGoneBad.com. Check out David on tour with Antword.
TheAntword.com.
And thumbs up on Vice. More info, go to vice.com/thumbs-up.
The Antword album just dropped, and also I'm going to play with Pillow Fight, my next band thing.
Good for you, man. You're having a blast.
Yeah,
great to meet you. Congratulations on being smart enough to take that Facebook deal. And this is a guy.
We'll all be watching the IPO now to see exactly how much you are worth.
What do you think it's going to be worth? Based on your guess, what do you think it's going to be worth when that IPO comes out? Your share.
Well, here's the other thing that we haven't touched on. Everyone's like, that's how much it's going to be worth, whatever, all this shit. Who didn't, you've heard all my shit now about freedom, hedging my bets, I never lose, shit like that?
Right.
Who's to say I haven't sold it already?
Oh, no, you didn't sell it. You sold it already?
I didn't say that. I said, who's to say I didn't sell it already?
So you don't have the stock?
I didn't say that.
Well, why are you saying that then?
I'm just saying, I don't fucking like people knowing how much money I have.
Oh, you want to be one of the people?
Fuck. No, whatever.
You didn't tell me the truth. Did you sell your stock?
No, I tell you the truth.
Tell me the truth. Did you sell your stock?
I'll tell you what I did, Howard.
Go ahead.
And I actually thought about you and the way you make decisions. You have 3 daughters, right?
That's right.
Do you have a son? Are you going to have a kid with Beth?
We don't want to have a kid.
Can I be your son?
Well, it's just, if you didn't sell your stock, you could be my son.
No, you know how
I need a son who could support me.
Well, you know I'm not going to be after you for your money. So It's like, you know how Angelina and Brad adopt an Asian kid?
You want me to adopt you?
I want to be the prince of all media.
You don't think that'll hurt your family?
I would love that. If you adopted him
I want to fucking
and made a big announcement.
I'm still not good at wiping my ass either.
I need to see how many shares you own on Facebook, and then I'll talk to you about it, okay?
Put it this way, Howard. I fucking...
Do you still own your Facebook stuff?
Yes, I do.
You do. All of it?
All of it?
No, not all of it.
You sold some?
Of course.
When?
Because I'm smart.
Why did you sell it?
You really going to ask me that question?
Yeah. When did you sell it?
Do you remember how big MySpace was?
Yeah.
Right? It was fucking huge. And Facebook was a fucking joke, right?
So to hedge your bet.
To hedge I still have...
What did you sell your portion for? The portion, how much of it did you sell off? 50%?
No, not 50%.
20%?
But I was like, I'm going to make sure I'm set up, right?
20%?
I don't know the percentage. I sold millions. How
much did you make on the sale without selling, you didn't sell everything? In other words, did you sell it for the right amount?
I sold it for the right amount.
What did you sell it for?
I can't talk about that stuff.
Over 50 million?
I'm doing okay.
Over 50 million or under? This affects your adoption. Over 50 or under?
Howard, am I the prince of all media?
Not yet. Over 50 or under? David, over 50 or under?
Can I have Robin's hand in marriage?
Let's see. Robin's evaluating right now. Over 50 or under when you sold the
I was sitting there looking at all this bullshit. I'm like, to have millions, and you could live a good life and taking care of whatever.
Smart.
But then when you go into the 50, 100, it's that question of, when people look at really wealthy people's money, they're like, hey, he's worth $1 billion. Oh, he's worth $10 billion. At that point, isn't it just a fucking more money, more problems?
How much percentage of your stock did you sell already?
A lot, and I still have a lot.
So do you have at least 50% of the stock?
I mean, I still have millions, hundreds of millions of
hundreds
dollars.
Of millions of dollars in shares.
Yeah.
All right, then I'll adopt you.
You are worthy.
Right, there you go. Let me tell you something.
But can't you see that announcement? That would be so funny. Howard adopted a Korean kid.
Howard's my dad now. He just fucking said it.
And then you show up with David.
Howard, how many people listen to the show?
24 billion
24 fucking billion people just heard that Howard's my dad now.
It's as good as done.
Well, let me tell you something.
I'll take care of you, Dad.
Thank you.
I'm not putting you in a home. Nothing.
You're my son. You take good care of me. I love Korean sons. I always
Korean's
wanted
gone bad. That's my shit.
Good for you. David, you're a fabulous interview. Good guy. Congratulations on your artwork, your Facebook,
Can I
your
plug
band.
the son of my uncle's nephew?
Go ahead.
Harry Kim, a.k.a. Guam Cruz. He's my partner on Thumbs Up. He goes everywhere with me. Spent 10 years making a movie about me. It's out on iTunes now, dirtyhandsmovie.com.
I'll watch it. All right. David, thanks for
I got all shit for all you guys.
Oh, that's
Whatever.
wonderful. Thank you.
And your new name, as my son is, Kim Jong-Stern. No more David Cho. David Cho, man, think about it. Hey, you know what? Don't give me $60,000. Give me some Facebook stock.
There you go.
All those years ago. Smart man. Some might have thought, that's crazy.
Give me
But
my
it paid
60.
off. I love this story. Now go there and fuck Barbara Walters.
Hey, compelling interview, my friend.
Howard, I love you, man. This is such a...
Hey, love you. You're great on the air. We got to keep tabs on you. Good job.
Really good. Really well done, man. I love you. You're so beautiful person.
Thank you. It was a pleasure. Great.
David,
No.
There's like a water tissue in the corner.
Well, I'm very honored that you gave us your interview. And
yeah, fuck that. I don't want to talk to any of these other people.
now I push up underneath my balls real hard. Is that it?
Under your balls, well, I got to the point where I trained it, so I don't have to do that anymore. And it's like I could fuck all night.
I got years of training.
Yeah, you could fuck forever, and it feels like fantastic.
What's the name of the Japanese condom?
It's like $13 or something for like one condom, and it's like
reuse it.
Yeah, and you're like, what
why is it so good?
It just feels you can't tell that you're wearing anything. It's unbelievable. It's fucking awesome.
$13 though.
Coming up, Howard.
To shell out. I don't know.
Fred.
I'm gonna stick with the one.
What's up, Fred? You're awesome, man.
Good to see you. I say good luck. We don't need it.
Yeah. You got enough good luck.
I could make at this point. I could make like 100 bad decisions.
You got to man.
David, you'll still be all right. David, best of luck with everything.
Howard, I'm serious. I want to be back on the show.
All right.
Okay.
Believe me, we're going to stay in touch with you.
Robin.
So how'd it go?
I want to go back in there. I want to hang out with them. I want to do the news. I'll do the wrap-up show.
It seemed like it went pretty well. And as a super fan, was everything you hoped for?
It's it's sort of like all the shit I was talking about in there. They're like, everyone in the world wants to talk to you right now, and I'm like, I don't want to talk to them. It's like, they're like, what can't you buy? I'm like, I can't buy my way into the Howard Stern show. I just wanted to talk to Howard. That was it, and I did, and it was awesome.
Well, yeah, I guess you got adopted by him as well.
I'm the fucking, what did Kim Jong? I'm the prince of all media. I'm gonna fucking say that shit. You heard him say that, right?
Hey, I'm sorry to interrupt, but Tim wanted me to just double check with you. You know, David, who was just in here.
Yeah.
He wants to do a painting in the green room. Tim wanted to make sure that was okay with us.
I think it's as long as Sirius doesn't have a problem. It seems to me that guy's a major
How do we
artist.
take the wall though when we're done?
Yeah, if I was Sirius, I'd hold on to that. It would be an honor, for me to have a David thing. Sure. Just check that it's okay with the company.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think we own this. They rent this space.
But I think we'd be.
He's already doing it.
Yeah. Oh, there he goes. Boy, he's talented, huh? Look at him go. Such confidence.
I wonder what that's going to be.
Oh, man. Robin, I think it's me. It's a giant whale. I feel like the size of a whale. Looks like he's painting a whale. Hey, make sure you put that on Howard TV as he paints. I'm absolutely fascinated by that. Oh, look, Kim
Jong-Stern. He's putting his name.
That's his name now. I named him that. He's my son. What is that he painted? A whale?
Fucking love you, Howard.
Huh? There he is. He's good, man. Good for him. Man, that whole Facebook story is so fantastic.
Thanks, guys.
One of the ones it worked out for.
Kim Jong-Stern, that's my dad. Or that's me.
Good Morning America. But he was busting their balls. He was like, hey, if you want me so bad, I'll come on, but Barbara Walters has to interview me. And they go, how dare you? She interviews the president of, the Syria or something. I think David also has artwork hanging in the White House, believe it or not, for Obama. He did some stuff for Obama. And, yeah. And they were like, okay, we'll give you Barbara Walters. He goes, all right. You only get Barbara Walters, though, if she comes out and does graffiti with me. And they were like, no way, Barbara Walters is not
They're
doing
not going out there.
Well, sure enough, she's going to go do graffiti.
Barbara, we're trotting you out there.
So proud of my son. Look at him. He just painted the wall. Good for him. Oh, good boy. That's my boy. Yeah. Yeah. Fred left to beat David up.
We're such rebels. See if it's okay with Sirius.
No. Hey, listen, it's their building.
I'm just saying, we're not rebels at all.
Right. Oh, no. I check with authorities. That's just it. I interview rebels.
We're not going to the Japanese prison.
That's right. I behave myself.
Courtney Cox, Cougar Town's back. Everything's perfect with her and David. They're best friends. Their relationship is better than ever now that they're separated.
Couple of parking.
I remember we talked about, I couldn't find the story, but you had talked about how she was getting jealous that David's life he had moved on.
She freaked out.
Right.
I'm going to bring that up.
Are her and Jennifer still as good of friends as they always were?
Yeah, there was some report I saw in a tabloid that they're not friends anymore.
Right.
So, Krista, there's not much. Just that,
photo shoot.
You're going to talk about the photo shoot.
I would love for her to give me permission to release some of the pictures. They're really good.
Our naked issue.
I don't talk about it.
My two girlfriends are on the phone. Courtney Cox, no longer Arquette, and Krista Miller. Courtney and Krista are best friends. Courtney used to be best friends with Jennifer Aniston, but no more.
Really?
Yeah, that's over. Hey, Courtney, hold on. I'll lock you in.
Okay.
I'm locking Krista. Let's see. Krista, you there?
Hi, guys.
Hey.
How do you change best friends?
I wouldn't stand for it anymore.
Courtney, Jennifer Aniston and you have had a falling out. Isn't that true?
Tell me about it.
Is it true or not?
No.
Isn't it true that Jennifer, how are you, by the way?
I was going to say, hey, Howard.
Yes, it's good to say hello first.
Hey, by the way, before we get to Courtney, let's get to Krista for a second.
Mm-hmm.
Krista, you said on the Greg Fitzsimmons show that you and I did a photo shoot together, so I'm not talking out of school.
Right.
And you said it was sexy.
It was very sexy.
Right.
And they are, it's a big, first of all, hi, Robin. Hi, Fred.
Good morning.
Good morning. They're the best pictures I have had anyone take of me in my life.
What do you think of that, Robin?
I think that's amazing.
I am a great photographer is what Krista's trying to say.
I saw the pictures, Howard. They're very hot.
You like them, Courtney?
Oh, my God. She's gorgeous.
Would you like to do a photo shoot?
Courtney, I'd like to shoot you, quite frankly.
I'd like you to shoot me.
With whatever you're comfortable with. Krista's way too comfortable. Krista's more comfortable than I am.
Yeah, Krista made you uncomfortable.
Well, first of all, let me say, yes, Krista did a photo shoot with me, but my wife was there, of course.
Of course.
And although I asked her to leave 4 times, she would not.
Howard, it seemed like you demanded Beth would leave, and then she said, "No, I think I'll stay."
Yeah.
No, yeah. It was besides the fact that it was an incredible afternoon. I thought it was really fun, and Beth made me feel comfortable, and I just felt like I could tell already because I could see them in your camera that the pictures were pretty, and it relaxed me, and I felt very at ease.
Krista wanted me to.
Do either of you
Go ahead.
want to describe these pictures?
Krista, describe. Well, I would describe. This is really Krista's. I'm taking her lead on this.
Either of you, Krista could answer.
Krista's husband, Bill Lawrence, who's a writer he was the creator of Cougar Town.
Yes.
Along, I guess, with Courtney, right, Courtney?
No, I did not create it, but yes, Bill Lawrence and Kevin Beagle created it.
Okay. He said to me, "Hey, it would be really cool if you took pictures of my wife."
Uh-huh.
He wanted sexy pictures.
Naked. No.
Well, he wanted sexy pictures of his wife.
So she was naked. I was right.
No, well.
I mean, you didn't see the bottom half, but she looked really gorgeous.
Yeah, she was. Did she?
And Beth had all these cool necklaces, and the one that's super sexy is in black and white, but shot beautifully in black and white. And Beth helped with makeup, and Beth had like sexy bras. I mean,
yeah, let's make it clear how many times we can say Beth was there. Because if Beth wasn't there, like maybe something weird could have gone down. But Krista,
yes,
will you ever? I mean, they're your pictures as far as I'm concerned, even though I took them. Will you ever release some of them for me to well, will you give me permission to show them to my audience?
I would. I think you could show them. I think the one that the one with the necklace in the front, the black and white one, we could put somewhere else if we're going to show it. It should be maybe in Playboy.
But don't you think the rest of them would be?
Yeah, I think the rest of them are fine. Even, you know, it's when I love that one of me looking to the side in the little black bra that Beth had.
Yeah. And what about the one where you're laying on your back? But
yeah, I love that one. That's going at the beach. Do you know that one with the blue? I think there are a couple you could release. You know, the best Bill's dilemma is the really sexy one that he loves. We have 3 kids that swarm all over our house, and we're trying to figure out. He wants to maybe put one in his closet and put behind that's by his bathroom and put behind shirts hanging up so that he can open it and see it in the morning.
Yeah, they're very erotic, these photos.
Yeah, they're erotic.
They are. They're sexy. I have quite an eye for this kind of thing.
You know that twice I've been at home and Bill's been at work twice, and I've emailed him the picture because I didn't give him to him until Christmas.
Right. Yeah.
And he didn't even speak to me and just drove right home.
And he banged you, right?
Yeah.
See, if I photograph Courtney, maybe she get back with David.
I don't know that she wants that.
She's going to come visit me this summer.
Good.
Yeah, so we'll do that.
Well, book me. I'm very busy.
Maybe you could do Beth, Courtney, and me sitting all together, on the beach.
Yeah, I would like to do that. I have an idea of what we can do.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be good. Now, getting to you, Courtney.
Yes, Howard.
Okay, I think it's time to have an adult discussion about what's going on with you vis-a-vis men.
I need some help. You're right.
You know, Courtney, you're a gorgeous woman. I mean, dare I say, I've told David this. If I was single, I'd be right on the phone to you, and I'd bang you.
Thank you.
And you're welcome.
I keep telling her that.
But when are we going to...
I was just talking about you the other day. I did an interview for USA Today, and we were talking about David and talking on the radio to you. And it's like, I love Howard. Howard destroys me sometimes, but I know he really likes me.
I really love you.
And I said, that's what he does. I said, I'm such a fan. I love listening to him. But
I've loved you since the Bruce Springsteen video.
Yeah.
It's sexy.
Yeah, but you had a big problem with
not
going
sexy
to
Bruce Springsteen video.
Yes, you were. Very cute.
Yeah, you were way cute. Yeah.
You had a big problem with her going to Dancing with the Stars every week.
Oh, yeah. What's the deal? I wanted to take you. You would have had a ball.
No, that was horse shit.
I'm sorry. That was the most fun I've had. I felt that was like such a great family time for me and Coco to be watching her dad. He was so great on it. It was really fun. There was a point I think you were coming into town, and I so wanted to sit next to you.
Did you know that I went to dinner with David and the new girlfriend?
I heard, yeah.
Now, okay, here's what I'm hearing. That you're fronting a lot, that you did bang your 2 male co-stars.
Both of them?
Yeah, and that there's... And I mean, let's start simply. Courtney, you still holding to the fact you still haven't had sex since your marriage with David?
I'm holding to it.
Bullshit.
Okay.
You haven't been with
I
me.
hear Fred laughing in the background.
No, but Courtney, I mean, you're not lying to me?
I'm not lying to you.
You're saying you haven't had a man since David?
I've not had a man since David.
You swear on your child's life?
That's pretty intense. I wouldn't swear on anybody's life.
There you go. So it's a lot.
No, I don't do that on my child's life. It's my guy.
Krista, she's lying, right?
I don't think so.
Yeah. Well, I know so.
How do you know so?
Because she's a woman. She's sensual. She got out of a marriage with David because obviously she wanted it from someone else.
Why is she saying this?
Because she got a daughter. She doesn't want to upset David for some bizarre reason, even though David's out banging his brains out. I don't get it, Courtney.
I'm having why is it so fuzzy?
Whose phone is this?
There's a fuzziness.
It just started happening. I mean, I am in bed with Krista, but
I feel that Courtney is holding up one of those machines that make sound
noise.
so she can get off the phone quickly.
I can't hear you, Howard.
Yeah. I don't care. I'm not hanging up.
This is why we need your help, because I said to Courtney, she needs to date someone like you. She needs to date someone formidable.
Thank you.
And that's our big discussion. So I've actually been against her dating any actors
pretty boy.
or any. Yeah, I said, why don't you just figure out what's going on?
Yeah, date a powerful man.
Yeah.
Don't you have someone for her, Krista?
Yeah, me.
I'm making her come. We have dinner. We're having a dinner with people that are, successful. And I said, you got to come. And
who's on the list, Krista, for Courtney to meet at the big dinner?
Well, we're supposed to sit with J.J. Abrams.
But J.J.'s married.
I know, but he's got to have friends that are formidable.
Yeah, but who are you bringing there so that she can kind of like hook up with?
Well, I'll have to, tell Allie Wentworth to tell J.J. to bring someone great for Courtney. We have in L.A. we have a wealthy preppy guy who's smart and plays tennis and is great, and Courtney's a little nervous to meet him.
Why?
Because he's too normal, I think.
She needs a quirky. We already tried quirky showbiz type.
Work.
Yeah, that worked out great.
And he's in love with her, and he's appropriate.
How old?
Well, he's 49.
Okay. Yeah. Courtney, what do you think?
I don't know, guys.
What are you afraid of?
Well, I know this doesn't sound normal to you, but I'm really not ready. Like, I'm still emotionally, it's hard. I was in a marriage for a very long time, and just because, we ended up growing apart for reasons of, we just led separate lives, and we have different compatibility issues, but I'm just not ready to, I don't know. I'm just not quite there.
Wait a second. You're telling me no guy has asked you out?
No guy has asked me out. I'm not saying I'm not ready to have a makeout session. I'm just not ready to, I don't know. Let me meet the guy, but it just makes me nervous. I'm not great. I don't love to go out. I don't mean with guys. I just don't love to go out in general.
I'm coming out to L.A. I'm coming out to L.A. next week. I know a guy for you. You want me to hook you up? But he's not going to stand around while you have all kinds of fucking emotional issues. I mean, you're going to have to put out a little bit.
I do have some emotional issues.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to have to really get past that. Robin's right. Robin, he's for you, quite frankly.
Why is it Robin with what's the same problem with Robin? Why is
Robin, I don't know. She's so ready for love. I don't know. I can't explain Robin's situation. I just think she hasn't met a great guy, honestly.
Robin, I think you're ripe. You're gorgeous. You're not emasculating men anymore.
Right.
That's right. Thank you.
But Courtney, so what's the hang up? Like, I mean, are you horny at all? Seriously? Or you have no sexual feelings?
No, I have sexual feelings. I mean, there's ways to deal with that, but I just
That's hot.
I don't know. I mean, I just go to work and I come home and now the show just wrapped. And so now I guess it's time for me to get out there, but it's not easy to meet people.
Is David,
they don't call me.
Is David like hanging around a lot and like sort of fulfilling the husbandly duties in a sense, except for sex? And maybe that's the problem. And I've heard that.
But maybe, you know what? That's probably not. He doesn't hang around a lot, but yeah, I'm really close with him. And
did you have a hard time when you heard about his girlfriend?
Yeah.
You're freaking out, right?
Well, I mean, I also met her. She's really nice. She's really pretty. She's very. I didn't mean to meet her.
Looks like you, right?
What?
She looks like you.
The sun was going down. They were pulling into the house to drop off Coco, and I tried to call David a ton of times saying, don't get there before me. Let me get inside the house. And I pulled up to the driveway, and he was turning into her. I was like, oh, shit. Coco's like, Mommy, meet Christina. I was like,
great. How hard was that?
But she was really nice. She had a good sense of humor. She was nice. She's very tall. I'm not.
Were you flipping out though? That
very young.
Are you flipping out that Coco is so into her?
Coco really likes her. They have fun. Yeah. No, I'm not. I mean, obviously, I want
We're very close in age, Coco and Christina.
Yeah, they like to play together.
They have play dates together.
You know, you could still get David back in a second if that's what you want. But you got to make that
commitment. I don't know that that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I said that too, Howard. I agree with you.
Yeah. Do you want him back at all? Make the decision already. Do you want him back?
Maybe this is awkward because I actually probably feel like his girlfriend's listening, and
who cares?
Besides the other millions of people.
Well, Courtney.
There is a huge part of me that I missed a huge part of my life with David. There's no question. But I feel like right now our relationship is probably better than it would be if we lived together. It's definitely better than it used to be. We communicate better. We have much more respect for each other. We listen. You're married to someone for a long time. You have resentments you don't even talk about. You just go, oh, whatever.
You know why I get confused?
Your life.
You know why I get confused by you? Because you talk so diplomatically. You want him back, but maybe you don't want him.
Well, it's hard. It's like, I can't, when I see you, I'm going to talk to you about all of it.
I can't wait for a private conversation with you. It's going to be good.
That you won't share with us.
Would you sob on my shoulder and I'll hold you?
And then maybe something will happen.
You promise to hold me. I'll cry like a baby.
Hold me like a baby.
I want to put you on my lap and hold you like. You know what kills me? If I was single, I think I could get her pretty much in line and get her pissed.
Married.
You are so Courtney's type.
I know, except for my gunt.
Oh, stop.
I admit I'm not physically attractive, but I'm emotionally.
Howard.
I can be there for her emotionally. You know what? That's the photo shoot. Courtney, like, naked crying on my shoulder.
Well, who's taking the picture?
Who cares?
I will do it.
Yeah, Krista can do it with Beth.
I'm a good photographer.
Listen to me. This is so confusing to me. You are like an enigma. Are you close to Jennifer Aniston still, or has there been distance?
No, we're very close. Having dinner with her tonight.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
I'm like the only person not having dinner with her. I know 20 people who are now friends with Jennifer Aniston. I'm the only one who isn't.
You haven't made that connection.
No. And so, if David is truly not your man, you haven't had sex in over a year with anybody, you're starting to lean toward going on a date, and no one has asked you out. Do I have that right?
You have it right.
Well, if she's not going out.
You have it right.
And I guess you're pleasuring yourself with your vibrator.
No, not so much.
Just your hand.
By the way, she's itching the side of her T-shirt right now, and one little nerp is falling out of her T-shirt.
Oh, are you guys together?
Yeah, we're together in bed.
Mm. And what are you wearing?
Courtney's wearing a little, red T-shirt.
It's not a T-shirt. It's like a little...
She's saying it's a nightgown, but it comes right to the end of her underwear.
And, Krista, what are you wearing?
I have a little, little thermals on the bottom and a little T-shirt.
Kiss each other. Are you guys attracted to each other at all? Is anybody into that?
We're not into girls. If I was, I would be attracted to Courtney.
Why are you sleeping
Krista
there?
would be my type for sure.
Why are you sleeping there?
Because we wanted to be near each other when we talk to you.
Wow. Let's massage each other. Let's start with that. That's hot, huh? These two in bed? Sexy. Very, very sexy. Wow.
I've been up since 2:30.
And Courtney, you've made out with guys, but you haven't done anything else.
Yeah, I've kissed.
Who'd you kiss? One of those co-star dudes, right?
All of them, even my son.
No.
I would, though. I love that kid. No, it'd be weird. It'd be weird. I'm not going to kiss him, but I do love him.
Do you have a crush on anyone?
If he was 20 years, 10 years older, I'd make out with him.
Do you have a crush on anyone?
No crushes.
And this weird limbo that you and David...
What's happening with the fuzz?
Wait a second. Listen to me.
Yeah.
This weird limbo that you and David are in.
We're not in limbo.
No.
Girlfriend, a really nice girlfriend.
Yeah, but what's going on financially? You guys haven't divorced, so I'm worried you're going to go through all your money.
Me too. No.
No, seriously, I mean...
No, that's not an issue. We're all good there.
No, you're not.
We're not in limbo in that way. We're not in limbo.
Who pays for... I mean, you have I don't know. Does David have money of his own?
Yeah.
He does?
I mean, David's fine. Everything's done. We're all good. Yeah, David.
What do you mean we're all good? What do you mean it's all done?
That's not an issue. I mean, David gave me a lot of money. We settled.
Oh, you've settled? And you've had to pay out David, right?
That's. It's not,
Yes.
No, just everything's good. I can't. That's something I don't feel comfortable talking about.
What do you? I figured you were good for about 80 million, so now you're worth 40.
I know. Why do people think I'm so loaded?
Because you were on Friends.
I know, but I was on Friends, and we only made the big bucks the last year and a half. And I mean, if you saw my home, which I hope you come over sometime.
I'm coming there.
I'd love for you to see it.
Come out?
Yeah, I have to get out there and see what's doing. You know.
Yeah, you need to check it all out.
I think that'd be pretty good. I could see what's doing over
Well, I
there.
don't know if the house is worthy of you. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
What I'm trying to say is I'm a real estate person, and I spin it. So it's not like. And then I didn't have Jennifer Aniston's career after Friends. I wasn't in 95 movies. How about none?
What about all of the syndication and the DVD?
Yeah, I mean, you make a little bit of money every year, but it's not, it's not even close to what you think.
You're not worth 80 million?
Well, I'm not worth, but I don't have it.
Would you? Hey, if Brad Pitt
She doesn't have it now. That's for sure.
If Brad Pitt asked you to do a movie, would you do it?
Yeah.
You would.
Of course.
Even though he betrayed Jennifer?
I think that they're okay with. I mean, I don't think. I have a different feeling about all of that, but I would talk to Jennifer about it, but I know she'd be fine. I mean, there's no animosity. It's been a long time. Everyone's moved on. She's happy. He's happy.
Krista, what is Courtney worth?
I think 100.
100 million. And so she had to give David half. That's $50 million.
No,
yes?
they must have had a prenup, don't you think?
Did you have a prenup?
Again, hear you, Howard.
Courtney, did you have a prenup or not?
I did not.
I know.
Yeah, that's why you need a more mature.
You know what? That's not. You guys, you have to understand. We're not. People don't understand the love that we have for each other. We go to therapy sometimes, and my therapist says, "I've never seen two people this fond of each other. We really just care. No one would ever try to screw anybody. We will
Wait
never
a
have an
second.
issue like that.
Yeah.
I want his happiness. He wants mine.
Because you're so generous. That's why there's no issue.
That's why he wouldn't marry someone who wasn't, and I wouldn't marry someone who was greedy.
So did you have to give up half of your money?
I mean, we're not selling properties.
No, but did you have to give up half your money?
No.
Really? I don't believe her.
No, I promise that I won't swear on any lives.
Howard, David came.
Absolutely not.
David came and worked on
Cougar Town.
As
How awkward was that?
Not at all. You're the only one who's awkward with him.
Yeah, but Courtney.
You want me to go support him?
Something went down with those two.
About it. Other than the fact that every day I would hear, Howard, can't believe you're there. You just look like an idiot. Walk away, you fool. I'm just like,
Courtney.
I did look like an idiot. You know why? Because I'm sitting behind Cher. And she comes, and Chaz does such a great job that night. And he was so happy that his mom was there, and he performed. And I was behind her, and I had to turn away because I was crying harder than she was.
Right.
That's the weird part. I am a little weird, but you know what? You'd want that same support if you were on Dancing with the Stars, and I will be there, Howard.
Courtney.
Yes, dear.
If I was married to David and it was over, I wouldn't go watch him on Dancing with the Stars. It looked like you wanted to be on TV, which I know you don't care about. But it was ridiculous.
That is true. I do not need to. I don't want or need to be.
You're on TV enough.
Exactly. No, but what about? I mean, if you and I were married, I promise you.
Oh, you'd have a glorious time with me.
We'd have a great time.
First of all,
didn't work out for some reasons, or we would be friends, and I would come and support you.
No, you wouldn't be friends with me, honey.
Yes, I would.
No, you trust me.
One wife that we would be great friends.
No, we wouldn't. But you would be wild about me.
That I know. I already am.
You'd be tied up in my bed. You would. First of all, I don't leave bed, so you'd be happy because Courtney wants to stay home. Right. She's like a shut-in.
Homebody.
Yeah, and I'm a homebody. I hate leaving the house. And I know she wants a guy to talk to her. Beth has to shut me the fuck up.
That's right. You talk.
I'm like a woman. I talk the entire time. I pause TV shows to have discussions about them.
You'd be so happy. You don't want to go to a movie with me because I want to understand every moment of the movie. I just want to talk about it.
Oh, honey, you'd understand everything.
Okay, well, if I didn't have so much respect for Beth, I would be,
and
I don't know what I'd do.
I would date you, and all you'd have to do is Maybe have sex with me 3 times a week. You know.
You could do that.
In the beginning, maybe some more.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the lovemaking would be wild. Because I'd be like, hey, I'm in bed with Courtney Cox. I really want to turn her on.
You'd really work on
I wonder how long you're going to be saying that. Like, I wonder, I mean...
Oh, that would be big. That would be
I'm
big.
getting tough of you.
Oh, it would be great. Yeah, I'd be on top of you. I'd go, hey. Like, I know I'd be banging Courtney and go, shit, I'm banging Courtney Cox.
Courtney Cox.
I'm some fucking asshole from Roosevelt, Long Island, who's banging Courtney Cox. Look at me.
And Howard, she's just so stunning and smart and great.
Both of you take off your clothes right now.
I just did.
I command you.
Courtney, why is it fuzzy?
Oh, my God.
It's getting worse.
I don't know. It just goes away sometimes.
I feel Courtney's making that happen so she can get off the phone.
Hold on, I'm going to put you on hold. I don't know what my hold music is.
All right, go ahead. Put me on hold.
Okay.
I think your clothes are interfering. It's static electricity.
Do you know when David came on, the funny thing was that I was supposed to be flirting with him during the scene.
Yeah.
And, you know, Bill never lets me.
What's here? We can't hear a thing.
Hey, wait, I'm going to call you guys back. Is that possible?
Call us back.
All right. Gary, do you have numbers on them? This is a woman worth $100. Yeah, she's worth $100 million.
And she can't get a good phone?
Christy, you still there?
Yeah.
Yeah. How come your phone's okay and you're in the same house?
I don't know. I'm on a different line. All right, Courtney's gonna call into the number on a different line.
Okay.
Yeah, this one sounds fine.
I feel like I'm not getting to the. That's Fred. I feel like I'm not getting to the bottom of what's going on with Courtney. I'm more confused than ever. Like, is she in love with David?
No, I think they have a strong love, and I don't think they. You know, sometimes people aren't compatible in a marriage situation.
Right, but she's jealous of the new girlfriend.
Well, she feels badly about seeing him with someone else.
Yeah, I don't think it's jealousy at all.
You don't think she'd shoot anybody, do you?
I do think she might shoot her, but I don't think she's jealous.
Shoot him.
I don't get that feeling.
Right. I mean, she's not going to. Does she cry when you're laying in bed with her? Is she crying still about all this?
Not this morning. She's not crying.
But you've seen her cry.
Yeah, I think it's been a tough year for both of them.
Right. Right. Here's Courtney again.
Hey. Yeah.
Hey, baby. Oh, that's better.
but I had to. It was. But in the scenes that I did with David, I had to flirt with him.
Yeah.
And since Bill never lets me flirt with anyone cute, and he always writes me married to some schlub in shows. Courtney's gives me the signal.
You know that Krista 90% of the time makes me just have heart palpitations the way she talks. I can't. Okay, go ahead.
And so I got to flirt with David, and I started getting the giggles and got very carried away.
Wow.
And finally was climbing up on a desk, and Courtney was supposed to say stop, and by the third time she was pulling me very tightly, gripping my
legs. Why does she care? But why does she care?
Oh, dear.
No, I don't. I mean, I don't really care. It was all in fun.
Courtney, you're not like begging for a man to enter you? I mean, it's been over a year. It's such a great. I mean, the world's your oyster. I mean, let's do it. Let's get you into somebody. Who would be a good match for Courtney Cox? Let's imagine. Courtney, who do you think would be? Krista, who would be good for her?
I'm telling you, my wealthy tennis playing.
No, she wants an actor. That's her thing.
No. I mean, maybe someone who can teach me about, you know, someone who's calmer than me. I want to be the bad one. I want to be the one that the guy goes, "Oh, Courtney,
you're not bad."
Yeah.
But I want to be the bad.
Then we can't find anybody for you.
Takes care of everybody.
You know,
Courtney always takes care of everybody and organizes everything and makes everything okay. And
I like that.
Yeah, and she wants someone to take care of her a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
And be in control.
Well, then Howard's not the right person.
Yeah, no, she'd need to take care of me, too. You don't want to be involved with me. I barely lift a finger. You know, be good Peter Dinklage. You ever see that guy?
Oh, I love him. Don't you love him?
Yes, well, maybe.
Imagine Courtney Cox going out with Peter Dinklage.
Great.
I'm in love with him.
Very attractive.
I think they're a cute couple. Wow.
That would be a change.
We were talking about, like, she's going to kill me for saying this. Courtney's, there's something sexy about Jimmy Kimmel to her.
Oh.
But he has Molly, and we love Molly.
Really? Jimmy Kimmel and
I like
Courtney?
his smile. He has a nice smile.
And Jimmy's looking more handsome every day.
He is. He does look good. Beth likes him, too. She thinks he's a good guy.
Yeah, but look, someone like that who has their own thing, who's smart and funny.
Right. Yeah.
You know? And likes to cook. We like that.
He loves giving oral, too, he told me.
Did he tell you that?
He loves oral. He loves giving anal.
Oh, my God.
He loves,
Jimmy said that?
Yeah, he likes 69ing.
What are you doing?
He's not my type.
No, I don't know what he likes. I've never discussed sex with him once. I don't even think he likes sex.
Oh, stop.
Yeah, well, you know, he's with Molly, but I'm sure you could break that thing up, right?
No. I like that. No, I think he has a nice
if she put her mind to it.
Right. No,
I'm doing the show
Molly's
tomorrow night. Maybe I'll work. No, I'm just kidding. I am doing the show tomorrow night.
Molly's a great girl.
Yeah, she's so great.
Yeah, but I could see you with like a Jimmy Kimmel. You know, I don't know who the hell I could see you with.
Maybe a comedy writer. Courtney likes to laugh. She,
then Andy Dick is your man.
Yes.
There you go.
You know what? Maybe you should go back with David. There are no good guys.
Russell Brand is free.
Russell Brand.
Howard, if you and Bill had a baby, so it was the rock and roll aspect of you, and and Bill, you know, a little bit of preppy, but Bill's a little too preppy for Courtney, then that would be a perfect person for her.
Krista's husband Bill is way into her. Like he's still jerking off to her and doing all kinds
he wants her picture in the closet.
Yeah, Courtney needs a guy who's really going to interact with her and be all over her. And has a whole bunch of money because she can't afford to do another split.
No doubt.
Yeah, I mean, you know, why are you always selling all your homes?
I haven't sold in a while.
Krista, what's your favorite?
I have this one. I don't have this one forever.
What's your favorite sexual position, Krista?
Side.
Courtney?
I like the side too.
Yeah, I like when a guy rolls me on my side too.
You three girls should get together. You have so much in common.
Don't miss Courtney Cox and Krista Miller on the season premiere of Cougar Town. Is this your 5th season?
No, it's our third.
But Howard, it's not about cougars. It's not about the title. We know it's a horrible title.
No, it's not, by the way. I know Bill started this movement. He wants to change the title. I'm like, it's not a horrible title.
But, you know, it just doesn't describe the show. And people get in the thing of, we wouldn't watch that show because it's about cougars, and it's not. Courtney gets engaged this season on the show. There's no cougars in sight.
No, what you're so uptight about with that?
Well, if they're having a problem with the title discouraging people from watching, that's a problem.
Jimmy's having another party for me out in L.A.
I'm gonna
be there.
Well, are you and David coming together?
Of course, because you're friends with David, and guess who else you're friends with?
Who?
Me.
Yeah. Well, are you guys going to do that weird thing?
We'll probably go together. We'll make jokes, and you'll be like, Courtney.
How weird is that?
In front of David, and now it's probably appropriate.
David and Courtney are going to come together. Well, that'll be easy to hook her up with somebody at the party.
Howard, bring your friend that you have in mind. I mean, come on, you're meeting all these people on America's Got Talent. Maybe one of the acts.
There's an excellent juggler that'd be good for her, I think. Now, who are you guys? If we do this party again, I suppose Demi and Ashton will be invited. Now, who are you guys siding with?
What team are we on?
What team are you guys on?
Team Demi.
I don't really know the stuff. Howard, I'm weirder than you think. I don't even know what's going on other than, I've known Demi longer.
And so you're
on Team Demi.
So Demi should be invited and not Ashton.
But Demi won't be able to come.
Why?
She just went into rehab.
She's not going to last a day there.
She's in for exhaustion.
Yeah, well, who isn't exhausted?
Yeah, only in L.A. do you get hospitalized for exhaustion.
I want to be in a hospital for exhaustion.
Me too. I am exhausted. I never seem to have to call 911, but I feel exhausted.
Well, take a nap at Jimmy's. So, Courtney, you're going to show up with David to the party.
I don't know if I'll show up with him, but he's going to be there, of course.
Yeah, well, maybe now I can have a conversation with you without him cock-blocking me.
Yeah, he's okay. He says to me, Courtney, it's time. Get out there.
Oh, he does?
He wants me to date now. He wants me to start my life, and he's comfortable with whoever that would be.
What guy have you made out with?
I've made out with one guy.
The guy from the show, right?
Maybe.
Yeah, I know it. And he felt you up. And fingered you.
Oh, my goodness.
He got to third base.
No, definitely not. Do people still do that?
I would if
they can.
Beth doesn't like it because I don't cut my nails properly.
Imagine someone doing that to me. I'd be like, what are you doing?
What? You would be upset if a guy put his finger in you?
No.
Hello?
Phone went dead.
That happened. I don't remember David doing that.
You don't remember David ever putting his finger in you?
Yeah, I mean, I guess, but well,
it's better on the outside pushing.
Yeah, why don't girls like a finger inside them? Is it because guys?
I don't love it.
Unless you're going to reach the G-spot.
Yeah, well, hook my finger back there and find that thing.
Yeah, I mean, that's fine while you're touching it at the same time.
You're telling me that guys should not put their finger in a girl when they're making out with her and stuff? They should just rub the outside?
I mean, if you could do it at the same time, that's the way to go. But otherwise, that's pretty, you'd have to, I don't know how you're going to do that.
So you need to meet a guy who can put his penis in you and rub the outside of your vagina at the same time.
That is possible, yes. Yeah. And
Right.
that does happen.
Yeah, I could do that.
You do that, I'm sure.
Yeah, if you want it, I'll do it.
Especially from the side.
Yeah, I like
That's how you work it out.
My problem with banging or making love to a woman on her side is that it feels so good that I literally explode in a second.
You don't get around to the front.
No. I don't think I would last more than 5 seconds with Courtney because I just find Courtney like one of those icons, you know?
Have you ever thought about making love to the woman?
What do you mean?
Well, if you're only thinking about yourself.
Yeah. No, I do. I would I'd be nervous to sleep with Courtney because I'd really want her to be impressed with my lovemaking.
Right, so just stay outside for a while.
Yeah, I'll rub her on the outside for a while. How long do I need to rub you on the outside to impress you? Give me an ETA.
Longer than you'd like.
And you can orgasm from that?
Yeah.
Wow.
And her body, Howard, you would be though in trouble. Her body is
rock solid.
Death. Oh my God.
It's so not true.
How's her ass?
I'm working on it so hard. It's not
so
great.
Cute.
Is there any cellulite whatsoever? Take a look. Courtney, pull up your panties.
I saw it in the shower on Sunday.
You showered together?
No, I went up because I needed floss.
I did ask Krista, what are the kids doing these days?
We had to compare grooming techniques on Sunday.
So you guys were naked on Sunday, and then...
I was getting in the shower, and I just said, is this right or wrong?
It was perfect.
What did she have?
Just a little bit of perfection.
Like a little tiny bit of hair?
Yeah, tiny.
So who does that for you, Courtney? You go get waxed?
No, I don't know. It's not worth the pain.
So what do you do?
I shave.
You shave it. Why don't you laser that thing?
I know. I tried. Krista tries to talk me into it all the time, but that hurts.
Krista's clean as a whistle. I mean,
you don't know for sure, but you imagine.
Body except for where it's supposed to be.
Right. No, Krista's clean as a baby.
I mean, she's got the perfect amount down there, but I can't believe it. It is not attractive. I was doing this scene with one of my other boyfriends, Josh Hopkins, and what are the characters from Star Wars? He's called me Chewbacca. I'm so hairy, and he was Han Solo.
What do you have, hairy arms?
No, she does not. She doesn't shave her legs. She forgets to shave her legs.
I'm a very, very clean person, but it's hard. I don't have a lot of time. I'm always late, so I don't shave my legs.
I'm going to laser her up, Howard. Before you guys start dating, I'm going to get her lasered.
Sounds to me like you two like are pretty intimate. I mean, you're in bed together. And,
showering.
And Courtney's showering, and you just walk in and you're looking at her.
We're very close.
Do you ever touch each other's boobs to like kind of check out how they feel?
Yeah.
Yeah, I told you. These two are really up to nonsense. Do you ever wash each other?
We've never done that, but maybe later.
Why did you feel each other's breasts to like just check out what's doing?
Well, no, we just had a scene that I'm getting ready to go seduce David, and Courtney was adjusting my boobs in my bra. Bill wrote it.
Oh, you mean it's a scene? But I'm saying in private. Have you guys ever checked each other's breasts out?
I kind of think so.
Like you've touched them?
Have you ever touched my breast?
Yeah.
I feel like, it's not like a...
Krista, you've touched Courtney's breast?
Look, I'm doing it right now. They're good.
Wow.
She's got such pretty boobs.
Sucker. I mean...
Oh, stop.
Kiss them.
You know, we have such a nice friendship. Courtney is. I'm so grateful to have someone, that I can work with, but also be friends with. That I can just be totally myself, and she loves me anyway.
What if I said to you two in private, look, Beth can't find out, Bill can't find out, and I guess David can't find out. But like the three of us go off somewhere and we bang each other. Would you guys be up for that, or would that be insane?
Well, how's it going to work?
Well, yeah. We go in.
Are someone going to watch, or is that going to be all three activities?
No, all three activity.
I've never done that, but, you know.
I mean, I think it would be safer that way.
I haven't done that, but, you know, I really love Beth.
No, I'm saying, let's say.
Like, we were living in a strange
it was okay with everybody?
I love Beth.
Sneaking?
Yeah, I mean, I'm never going to fuck my situation up with Beth, but let's just say, would that be something you guys would be open to?
I mean, fun.
I mean, I don't know. I might have to.
We'd have to drink.
Take some sort of pill.
No, of course we drink. I'd have to
there'd
drink.
be lots of drugs.
Yeah, and I'd probably, I could get hash and probably we can definitely be doped up, so we can blame it on that.
You might need ayahuasca.
Intoxication.
Shooting these two up in a hotel room.
We would definitely be hospitalized for exhaustion after.
Let me tell you what a party we'd have. It'd be crazy. And Courtney finally get to be a bad girl.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. I get some of that Johnny Knoxville moonshine.
Oh, God.
You two would be nuts.
And someone throw up at Jimmy's.
Courtney, how long has it been? A year, huh? You haven't had sex with anybody.
A year, yeah.
Good Lord.
That's not that crazy for a girl, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Why?
I'm not.
The guy you made out with, what went wrong there? Like, what happened? Like, he freaked out?
No, just that, it's just not right timing for me to try to do anything more than that. I'm not saying one day I won't, but it's just right now I'm not quite ready to date. I'm getting closer, and as things become more final in my life with David, I have to, I'm just catching up to some of the actions.
Wow, that's so mature. Women are so much smarter than guys.
Not every woman. You just said that about Demi. Why can't she be alone?
I don't know.
Not Demi, J-Lo.
Oh, J-Lo's a mess. Is J-Lo a mess?
You're to go out with some 20-year-old dancer.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Well, you're right, because this is her. She's been married 3 times. Take a breather.
Robin, I'm sure he's really interesting. And
I'm sure he's good in bed.
How much? Oh, come on. A lot of it is like knowing how to handle a woman and talk to her.
And dancers know bodies.
Yeah, well, that wears out after at least 10 years.
a minute.
Yeah, I mean, Courtney needs somebody. If Courtney does the younger guy thing, I think it's going to look bad. And it's going to be a disaster.
I don't think she needs to do that.
Wait, say it again. If I do what?
The younger guy thing.
Yeah, that's hard.
I admire
it's not hard. The David thing wasn't hard. That was fine, but I can't. That's too much pressure. I'm getting older. I can't.
But think how much fun you're going to have when you start dating. Like, you're going to go out to dinner with a dude, and you're going to be into him, and then all of a sudden, like, he's going to reach in. Like, you're going to be eating, and he's going to reach underneath your dress. He's going to pull off your panties.
That sounds great.
Yeah.
Maybe one of Denise Richards' guys that she always has those 3 guys that.
Yeah. Maybe you could date Richie Sambora.
Oh, great.
Or you could go out with Charlie Sheen. He's bad.
Oh, boy.
I know. I want to be the bad one, remember?
That's right.
She doesn't want a bad boy. She wants to be the bad one.
Nah,
I don't want to wonder. I don't want to go back and have my childhood issues rear their ugly head.
Right. What are your childhood issues?
Being embarrassed. I might watch a lot of nonsense in my family.
You did?
Yeah.
There was nonsense in your family?
Yeah, my dad was really charming and he was really funny, but he didn't have a lot of respect for commitment.
Oh.
Sounds just like Charlie.
Right. You had to be the parent.
Everybody loved him.
Oh, now it explains everything to me. So you had to be the parent to your parents.
I've been a parent since I was born. I got a job at 13.
And then you married David and you feel like you're being a parent again.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, baby.
Now, I didn't have to worry about fidelity with David, but, David is an amazing human being that has crazy ideas. There's a lot of reining in, and I'm very practical, and that's why I was able to save my money and be, my dad went bankrupt when I was a kid, probably 5 times.
Wow.
So I'm just much more of the, I'm a little hyper-vigilant, and I'm ready at this point in my life to relax.
So when you went to the psychiatrist and said, listen, I think I'm in a pattern here. I married I'm doing what my parents did.
Well, I didn't realize that I'd married my dad until much later. Like, I had no idea that David was so much like my father as far as being a dreamer and fun and sweet and funny and great, but not really grounded in what I need to be grounded in. It works for some people, and it's fine, but it makes me anxious.
You know who you could go out with?
Who?
That one that just broke up with Chelsea Handler, that financial dude. Andre Bathalzas.
The hotel
guy.
Yeah, maybe.
I really like Chelsea, so
But maybe you ought to go out with him.
I thought you meant 50 Cent.
Oh. No, she couldn't handle that. I mean, the only mature, stable guy I can think of that Courtney could go out with is Leonard Nimoy.
Oh, gosh.
He's very mature and stable.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. All right, listen, I'm not going to keep you guys on the phone all day, although I could. Krista.
Yes.
Talk to me seriously about me putting up on the website the beautiful pictures of you that I took, but you send me the ones you're comfortable with.
All right, I can tell you the ones I'm comfortable with because I love them.
Yeah, and especially the one of you against the window and just that the little shawl, see-through shawl.
Love it.
That I'd like to put up on my website.
I say already yes to that.
Yeah, I got to put some of these up there.
Yeah.
You'll be very impressed. I did a boudoir shoot.
And also, Howard, that one I have my hands up by my face and I'm looking to the side.
You better send me them.
One.
I don't want to fuck up and put one on there that you don't like.
All right, I'll send them to you. I just love them. And also...
How about the one where you're laying on your back and, your boobs are up in the air?
I might be all right with that.
Yeah, I'm all right with it. And who cares what Bill thinks?
And the back one, the one in the purple on the purple couch?
Yes.
You should see how they look framed, and when you sign them, there's such a... If my house was on fire, I would grab those pictures and my children and run out.
Yeah, Courtney, what's my shot at getting you in the front of the camera?
I'd do it.
Yep.
For sure.
It's going to be a party.
Party.
Yeah, we want to see you. We want you to come out. You got to see what's happening in Malibu.
Yeah. I'm fun in Malibu. I might not be fun in New York, but I'm fun in Malibu.
You're Malibu fun.
Oh, yeah.
Early.
Last time I went to Malibu, I got sick. I had so much fun.
You won't get sick here.
Why don't you guys kiss each other before
We're going to kiss right now.
Go ahead.
Thank you, Robin. Thank you, Fred.
Thank you, Robin and Fred.
Good talking to you.
Kiss each other now.
Yeah.
As soon as we hang up,
No. I want to hear it.
On her.
Let me hear it.
A little bit. All right, I'll come over and kiss her. Hold on. Mwah.
Goes right on the lip. And slash my chin. But
Courtney, kiss her back.
I'm going to tuck her in, put her back to bed.
I thought you want to be the wild one. Come on.
Yeah, she's the one. She actually would take good care of me, though.
If I went to a hotel with these two, this would be like, oh, come on, somebody kiss each other. For Christ's sake, rub Courtney's feet. All right, have fun, girls. Thank you for calling in.
Thank you for having us.
Bye-bye.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.
There they are. 2 fun gals. Huh? 2 of them laying in bed.
They had a little pajama party for us.
Yeah. Sounds like fun, right? Malibu, hanging out.
No, doesn't sound like fun.
See, it does to me.
I know. You're into that stuff.
Oh, I love it. Girls laying around talking, bad-mouthing David.
I'm busy.
I love David, but I'd be in there bad-mouthing him.
Really?
Of course.
You'd be talking badly about your friend.
Like, I'm all together.
How could you be with him?
How could you be with him? I mean, what about a mature guy with a belly and titties? There you go. Doesn't that sound like fun to you guys? Like, what's going on over there?
They were sleeping. What's so fun?
I don't know. It just seems like fun. It's got my mind going. Yeah, hey, Krista's giving me the go-ahead to publish a few of those pictures.
The pictures.
Wait till you guys see these pictures I took of her.
I knew it. I told you what they were.
Well, I knew what they were. I just didn't feel comfortable saying it unless she did. Yeah.
So you guys, I know you guys were alone when you did it?
No. Beth was there.
So who, I mean, obviously there were, some topless ones. Did you bring it up? Did they bring it up? Like, how did it come up?
I'm cool. I'm the photographer. I talk about lighting. I talk about, this kind of vibe that I want.
But her
position.
husband actually suggested erotic pictures.
I'm making it sound like fun, but it was, quite frankly, I just wanted to come through for Krista and her husband. And Beth was totally like, styling the thing.
Right.
Although there wasn't much to style.
Well, she had to give her a necklace or two.
Yeah. No, she actually styled. It was a lot of fun, but it was a lot of... When I do a photography session, I'm being serious. Like, I've photographed my friends' kids and stuff, and it's so much pressure on me because I want to come through for them. I want them to have a good experience, and I want them to fall in love with the pictures. And Krista has them hanging all over her house, at least some of them.
Right. Well, she did say, didn't she say she was using one as a publicity photo?
Yeah.
And that these were the best pictures that were ever taken of her.
Yeah, like her Twitter photo is a photo I took of her. And I actually think they're some of the best pictures I've done. She looks beautiful, like amazing in them. And
have you pleasured yourself to them?
No.
Why not?
I've played with the head of my penis to them.
Oh, stop it.
No, I haven't. I really have. It was very...
Did you squeeze your chode?
Yeah.
You know what's funny? And this is how a guy like you gets a rep as a photographer. In the hallways yesterday, I ran into Krista's publicist.
Yeah.
We were talking about her coming on the air today. She goes, by the way, I saw those pictures. Howard's a fucking amazing photographer. And then they just start telling people.
Yeah, well...
She was really blown away by your pictures.
Look at this. You have a new career already.
Well, you want to know something? I'm doing a thing. I'm actually setting up a little website where I'm going to offer my services as a photographer, but of course I won't receive any payment. It'll be the payment would be donations to this charity I'm into.
I'll sign up. I need a new press, but I'll sign up.
Yeah, but you see, with friends, I feel funny.
No, I would donate anyway.
You would?
Yeah, I like that place. I got cats from there.
Minimum donation, $25,000.
Well, no problem for Gary.
You're liable. No, I would do it for you no matter what.
And I would donate.
Well, you don't have. You see, that's the problem with my idea.
What?
I go to everyone. They go, okay, where do I donate? I go, oh, no, you don't have to.
You keep telling them nobody has to donate?
That's right.
Then just wait for solicitations through the website.
I mean, I'm really proud of the pictures I took for Ralph's app there, Champion Magazine.
I haven't seen those yet.
Yeah.
I don't have the app.
You don't have 99 cents.
That's right.
Yeah. I took those, so I'm into it.
Yeah.
And when I did the pictures for Krista, I did feel a lot of pressure because I wanted to come through and I wanted her to think they were the best pictures ever taken of her.
Right.
And this is a girl. Well, there's one of them. I took that.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, but that's nothing.
Yeah, she's all clothed there.
I've got bra and panty ones. I've got just like this little see-through shawl thing. She's got an exquisite ass. She looked good. Real good. See the pure look of joy on her face?
Yes.
It's because she's working with me.
I see
Yeah,
that.
she loves it.
How could a girl be happier?
I want to do a boudoir shoot with you.
Sure.
No. What do you mean, sure? You want beautiful, sexy pictures of yourself? While you still have it, let me capture it. John Lieberman, come on and give us some headlines from the Howard 100 newsroom. Here he is. JL.
John Lieberman was hired because he's Jewish.
All right,
John. Good morning. We begin this morning with breaking news. Does Scott the engineer play his son's band's music subtly from inside his studio.
Did you hear about this?
So passers-by will hear it and inquire as to what band it is.
Scott has a new intern.
Oh my God.
Her name is Rafia. How do you say her name? Rafia?
Rafia.
I call her Rafia.
No one knows how to say her name.
I think Rafia is she goes by Fia, I believe.
Yeah, I'm going to call her Fia. But Fia, I see her every morning.
Yes.
She's Scott's new intern. There's always a problem with Scott's new interns because they get wise to him.
Right. They clue us in on what he's up to.
She was, she was on the intern show. So they were talking. And Fia says, hey, it's really weird. Whenever I would go into Scott's studio, there'd be this weird music on, like this weird, really bizarre music. So she finally, I think, said, well, here she is on the intern show. This is what happened. This is Fia, the intern. Talk about Scott. And Scott's now angry. You know what?
Why should he get angry?
I don't know.
He wants people to ask about the music.
This is exactly what he wants here. And by the way, to answer your question, John, yeah, I think he's playing it so that everyone will hear it and talk about it. And I think he's amped up the amount of play since I've become a judge on America's Got Talent. That's one theory.
The tension is so palpable in Scott's studio now when Scott is sitting there and the intern's sitting there, and Scott's angrier than I've ever seen him just in my short time here.
Hey, Howard.
Yeah.
Somebody just came up to me and said that Scott really hasn't gotten along with his last 3 to 4 interns.
Really?
Yeah, Scott always has a problem with interns.
What is wrong with him?
I don't know. Interns are here just to sort of observe and kind of maybe help out.
A little bit?
I think Scott wants them doing his job.
But he doesn't have any, why is he getting upset with that?
They don't work hard enough.
Well, it's now gone to the next level as well because Scott's son was so angry that I interviewed him yesterday, and he told us that the intern shouldn't worry about his music. She should just, quote, get his dad coffee like she's supposed to.
But why is Scott's son's music being played here anyway? I mean, I don't understand. Isn't he supposed to be working back there?
Well, there's a couple different issues. The other issue is that Fia apparently on the wrap-up show also criticized Scott's son's band's music.
You can't do that?
And so he is now striking back and saying that she has no right to criticize
I'll straighten this out. Here's Fia on the intern show.
Oh, my God. I walk into Scott's office, and it's like, it's the same song every time, and it's just it sounds like a teenager just droning on with this awful early 90s alternative rock line. And so I finally asked him, it's like, yo, Scott, what are you listening to, man? And he's like, why do you like it? And I'm like, how do I answer this? Because no, and second, I get a feeling it's your son, and the last thing I want to do is offend you. So I'm just like, no, it's okay, you've just been playing it for a couple days.
Yeah. Can you imagine? Where's Fia? I want to. And where's Scott?
And here's the other thing.
Got to stop being a baby. If you're going to put your son's music on in the studio every day, you're leaving. First of all,
get in there.
Hey, Fia.
And here's what is bothering Scott the most as well. Our reporting found that Steve Brandano backed up Fia's claims that Scott was playing his son's band's music. So Brandano yesterday on the news said, look, we're on to his trick. I was walking by to go to lunch. I heard the music start just as I started to walk by.
Why do you think he's doing that?
To introduce people to his music.
Fia, I don't want you to have an uncomfortable situation with Scott, but really, what did you do that was wrong? You just said, hey, Scott always is playing his son's music in there.
Yeah, but just trying to step in Scott's shoes for a second. I think it was probably the personal attack on his son's music.
But you didn't like it.
Yeah, and we don't even know that it was his son's music, really. Like, I have no idea.
Right. You're not looking to offend him, but you didn't do anything that wrong, really, in my opinion.
Did he not answer you when you asked what music it was?
He didn't answer me, and apparently I should have taken the hint that was never to be spoken of.
Boy.
Didn't get that hint.
Oh, dear.
You know what? Do me a favor. You said you're, in Scott's shoes. Get out of his shoes right now, because
before you get hit by lightning.
Yeah, you could really have bad things happen to you. Are you out of his shoes now?
Yes.
Oh, good. Oh, good. Oh, good.
Wait. And you were forced to apologize as well.
Scott, you're being a tool.
Oh, my God. I wouldn't say I was forced to apologize. I did actually feel bad because I didn't mean to.
Scott, come clean. Why are you playing your...
Okay, number one, she has no idea what was playing.
Was it your son's music?
Doesn't matter.
Answer. Yes, it does.
No. Okay, if you want the truth, I was working while I was listening to something, which I always do anyway. So it was playing for a minute. Okay.
But don't you edit stuff? I mean, how do
I
you
wasn't
edit
doing
things?
I was doing the news where I had to go online and pull stuff for Robin, and that's what I was doing. It didn't matter what I was
keep
listening
your son's
to.
music on during that time?
It was on that particular day. Do I play it all the time? No, because he had just sent me some new stuff. He wanted my opinion.
I see.
Okay.
Can't you do that at home?
It was playing. Yeah, I can, but it was.
Why do you blast it here?
I don't blast it. Number one.
All right.
Number two, Brandano is a little fucking twerp who could keep his mouth shut because what I was doing when he walked by was playing music that I need to give to Fred. So any music I play, everybody assumes it's my son's music. Keep your fucking mouth shut. And know what you're talking about. What? Brandano. I'm not going to get into it with an intern.
Right.
Because that's not right, and I won't say a word about what she said or what she did.
Right.
And I never forced her to say an apology. I never said a word to her.
But she did hear your son's music being played. And a lot of
she
times,
assumed it. She didn't know what it was.
Right.
Before she asked me, and I said,
it was your son's music.
I said, I'll worry about what's playing. You worry about what you got to do. I never.
Are you too emotional about your son's music?
I'm not emotional about it at all. I'm not. Let her assume.
Of all the things,
let her know what she's talking about. Let Brandano know what he's talking about, because he has no fucking idea. I didn't tell an intern what she can say and what she can't say. Okay.
Let me hear what Steve is
saying. When Scott doesn't say what he's playing, I assume that all of that stuff is.
But you never asked me what I was. He assumes, right?
Yeah,
he just said it.
He
assumed.
said
it. Yes.
Okay. I haven't played any of my son's music in like 3 years. Okay. So just don't assume anything. Find out what you're talking about before you have to make a fucking comment.
I'm responding to what Thea said on the intern.
Well, she was wrong as well.
Okay, well now Thea's afraid to come on.
No, she assumed what I was playing. Okay, she didn't know that for sure before she went on and made a comment.
The FBI? Well, she said, "I assume it's Scott's son's music."
And she asked you, and you wouldn't tell her.
Right.
So all you had to say was it's stuff.
Why wouldn't you tell her?
I don't have to tell her what I'm doing at all. Okay.
Oh,
she asked me a question, and I said that she didn't have to worry about it.
Is that really nice to just like not? What are you embarrassed to say it's your son's music?
I'm not embarrassed.
Is it secret music?
No, it's not.
Why
Obviously,
when Thea asks you?
Obviously, everybody has a problem with me listening to something.
If Thea asks you about the music, why would you not answer her?
Because I knew that was going to happen if I said that was my son's band. But she went on anyway and assumed it was.
Right.
Okay.
But she was right.
I didn't even assume it was. I was
Sophia,
just
you all
may or may not be, and I commented as.
Thea, are you uncomfortable now going on the intern show because of Scott? Scott's like terrorizing you.
I didn't terrorize her. I didn't say that she had to apologize.
You're coming on very strong.
No, I didn't.
Very strong.
No, not to her.
Turns out she was right. It was
not
your
to
son's.
Her.
But it was your son's music. She's right.
But that's
and that's funny, and that's all she said on the intern show. So for you to get upset at her about this, and now she's upset with me saying, "Great, now Scott hates me, and now I'm worried about going on the show." That's effing up all of us, and it's just over what she was right about.
I didn't tell her what she could say and what she can't say.
Right, but you make her feel bad the next day about it.
I didn't.
And there's way worse
I didn't rip
things
anybody.
That
She decided that she ripped my son's music.
So she didn't think it was that great. Big deal.
Well, that's her opinion. I didn't
people
say
I know
that she
who
couldn't
hate the
say it.
Beatles.
I didn't say she couldn't say it.
Yeah, but you're carrying on like a loon.
Oh, I'm not carrying on at all.
Yes,
I didn't say anything to anybody.
Is he acting differently towards you since you said that?
Lately, it has been back to normal, but of course, right as soon as we got back this week, it was
uncomfortable.
Sort of,
yeah.
I didn't say anything to her about.
Say
you don't
anything.
have to say anything to make people
I can make people uncomfortable by not saying.
Well, she made me uncomfortable by saying what she said.
Scott.
No.
Okay, so
Would
Scott.
you do me a favor?
Oh, Scott.
Stop playing your son's music.
I'm not
here.
playing my son's music. Okay.
Good.
I played it.
Then you won't be so sensitive to criticism.
Not sensitive.
About it.
Okay. He's sensitive
I don't
too.
see you get this worked up about anything except this.
Bowling. Okay.
Oh, bowling, right. Thank you, John. Bowling and your son's music. If you didn't listen to your son's music here, no one could critique it.
Right, okay.
Excuse me.
I don't play it, and it doesn't play 24/7 like everybody thinks it does.
Right, but
okay?
do me a favor. If it's going to upset you when people walk by listening to your son's music.
I don't want people to hear it. I didn't want people to hear it.
Well, people hear it.
It was 4:30. It was 4:30 in the morning.
Evidently, the rap is a lot of times you crank it up.
No,
so people
I
will hear
don't.
it.
I work on a lot of music for the show. I don't No, I don't crank anything up. If I'm going to play my son's music, I'm going to close the door so nobody can hear it.
What do you need an intern for in the first place?
There's a lot of tasks that an intern has to do.
What do they do?
They do the
Thea,
record.
what are you doing?
I press record on a CD player.
You can't press record?
No, I mean, there's stuff that's inconvenient for him to do that,
Right.
like I can't do.
Right.
Check the DATs and stuff like that. So,
Right.
all right. Let's chill.
You press the record button?
You know, that record button has been a big problem.
Make sure it's record and not pause.
Gary, I need an intern. I'm tired of hitting the record button. I have better things to do. What did she do? Hit a record button?
Well, if that's what she says she does,
I learned
I
a
guess.
lot from Scott. Yes.
Yes.
Scott's, look, this is the only thing that has happened between Scott and I that's been volatile.
Right.
Like, beyond that, I feel like I can talk to him. If I ask him a question, he's got a fucking
Can you learn
answer.
from him?
I can learn from him.
Right.
You know, and I'm sorry this all happened.
Right.
But it was just an observation that I made. I shouldn't have fucking made it.
Well,
I'm sorry.
Thea, it's fair to say when you're on the intern show, you feel like you want to come through with something. Right.
Right.
Yeah.
And I didn't feel it was something that I had heard on the show before, so I didn't feel like it was personal information that I was putting out there. It's something that
Believe
everybody
me,
knew.
it's no big deal. Scott shouldn't be listening to his son's music anyway. In fact, Thea, I'm going to put you in charge of something, if you don't mind, if I assign you a task. And if it's unreasonable, you tell me. If you hear Scott's son's music again in there, would you report to me? Please.
See, the problem is he doesn't know what Scott's son's music
If you
is.
should hear Scott's son's music, if you hear strange music back there, would you report
see,
to
that's
me?
the problem. Any music is, you know. Brandano walked by. I was playing music yesterday. It was for Fred. So, you know.
I'll do the best that I can.
Thank you. I mean,
You're welcome.
what was this the same day Scott erased my page? That you were listening to the music? Was it coincidentally?
I feel so bad for Scott on this because he was actually trying to show me how to use Profit. And
Right. So,
I guess he was kinda,
so you saw him commit it.
Don't do it.
You saw him commit the act?
yes. Scott, I'm sorry.
Next time he erases a page, would you please report that to me so I can be prepared?
I'm going to show you how to erase every page.
Wow.
Perhaps you just need a panic button, and anytime something happens, you just
hit the button.
push it, and then
Why don't we
everybody...
just leave a camera in there?
What's your Twitter name, Thea? And am I saying your name right, Thea? Is that a good
Yeah,
way to...
my name is Rafia. People call me Fia.
Rafia.
Yeah.
What is that, African?
It's Muslim.
Muslim?
Yeah.
Your parents were Black Panthers?
My mother was Nation of...
Yeah.
My mother was Nation of Islam.
Oh, okay.
Was.
Yeah, my mother too, I think. That's why she kept me in a black neighborhood.
But it's big
Howard
black
is a Nation of Islam name. Yeah.
Very nice. Yeah, Twitter, big black lesbian.
You're a big black lesbian? You're a lesbian?
Yes.
Is it true you're in love with Robin?
What?
Yeah, she has a big crush on you.
Oh, under the bus.
What's the matter, Robin? You got a problem?
I don't have any problem, Scott.
Okay.
I'm not
she
in
your type?
love with Robin.
Right. But you're attracted to her.
Robin is a very attractive woman.
Well, you don't have to tell me that.
I don't know how something hasn't happened between the two of you already. I wouldn't be able to think
How do you know it hasn't?
Whoa.
How about a
There
new
I go
photo
assuming
shoot?
shit again.
No kidding, huh? I've heard other lesbian women say they're way into Robin.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't
Robin's
know
hot.
me.
Yeah. Well, listen, and she's a lover. She's very passionate when she's affectionate. Like you get you bust through that whole, kind of tough veneer.
Yep. It's a soft.
What is Robin's sexiest feature to you?
Robin's sexiest feature.
Yeah.
Huh. I think physically, I think her personality is.
Well, of course, everyone knows that.
Sexiest part of her.
It really isn't. There's something sexier, in my opinion.
I don't know though.
Were you thinking of buying her a Valentine's Day gift?
Oh, stop it, Howard.
I'm telling you.
It was suggested at one point. That
what would you get her? What do you buy the woman who has everything? You can't get her another boat.
Right, there's some wind chimes.
Right.
Vegan chocolates, like
pajamas.
Yes.
Yeah.
Edible vegan pajamas.
You always have admirers every minute.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, man.
Well, I do wish that Scott would stop making his interns uncomfortable. That's crazy.
Getting into Robin's panties ain't no easy trick. If you think it's going to be easy, it's not.
I think I have a leg up on some of the other people who've tried.
Oh.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I don't know. I have an intimate, knowledge of the way a woman works.
Oh.
Right. I don't. Teach me. Forget her. If Robin gave you an hour, could you turn her?
Oh, my.
Yeah.
It'd be done.
It'd be done. Done deal.
Done deal. I wouldn't even need the whole hour.
What would you need? 20 minutes?
15, 20 minutes.
Wow.
Done deal, pal. You can spend the rest, relaxing, watching TV or something.
Good for you. You got a girlfriend or no?
Not at the moment.
Robin.
What?
Would you ever consider trying lesbianism?
No.
It's not your thing.
No.
That's what they all say before they turn.
You've seen them turn. You've taken straight women, so-called straight women, and turned them?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Robin would be easy.
Piece of cake.
Yeah.
I put in the effort.
Robin, you're hurting my intern's feelings by not going off with her for 20 minutes and at least giving her a shot.
You've got a secret room back there. You can put that to use.
What do you do to someone like Robin to turn her? I mean, what would you do? What's your technique?
Oh, wow.
Now I'm getting uncomfortable.
Yeah. Thea hasn't taken her eyes off of Robin this entire exchange.
Hey, who does?
I'm going to back up.
I put her in another room. I can't stand her sexuality. It's too much. Really, what do you do to, like, if it's not Robin, somebody, what do you do? I mean,
what do you do?
Special technique?
To turn someone? There's no real technique. It's just, you can tell whether the vibe is there, whether someone wants to sleep with you or not.
Do you think Robin's vibe is there?
I don't know Robin well enough. I only see Robin for 10 seconds a day. She comes in, does her thing, and I leave.
Right.
And
it's funny.
I don't know.
In my whole life, in like 20 minutes, I can turn any woman against me. And yet you say in 20 minutes you can turn...
20.
It could be like 5.
Yeah.
But you're saying if you were making love to Robin, she would be converted in 20 minutes. You're that good.
Yes.
Wow.
I can't guarantee that she would stay converted.
Right. But she'd go for it.
Yeah, as long as I was around, she'd be converted.
She's very confident.
Are you gentle with, let's say, a Robin? In other words, Robin goes in the room, she removes her clothes. Now Robin's on the bed, she's naked, laying there.
Mm-hmm.
You would be gentle with her in a way.
Yeah.
That's what it is, gentle.
Yeah.
And slowly Robin goes, oh, I'm so not into this. And then all of a sudden, oh, wait a second. That feels good. And this feels good. And then you start and then all of a sudden, she's into it.
Exactly. All of a sudden, she can't tell it's a woman who's touching her.
Right.
You got her mouth on or whatever.
Right.
It's just a good feeling.
Robin, just close your eyes. The feeling's so what counts. Oh, Robin.
I always thought Pia was so quiet.
And now, she's got a lot to say, evidently, about you. Oh, yes, Robin, sweet Robin. Yes.
You're a beautiful woman, Robin.
Why, thank you.
Yes, she is. I would love to see you convert her.
Maybe we can make it happen.
What is this, a contest?
Take Robin for
It's an offer. It's not a contest. It's an opportunity.
Right. Honey, it's an opportunity for you to feel good. What's wrong with that? What we need is more love in this world, not hate.
True. I agree with that.
That's right. Don't pass anything up. Anything that looks like love, grab it. Life is too short. Am I right for you?
Hold on.
Yeah.
Grab it and hold on.
Hold on, baby.
I think that Fee is a player.
Fee, are you Gold Star?
No.
You're not?
No.
You been with dudes?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sorry.
More like a Bronze Star.
You're a Bronze Star.
Great scratch and sniff or whatever.
Horrible experience with dudes?
No. Well, I've had some pretty good experiences with dudes. I just think anybody can make you come, but you can't, but you can't be in a relationship with anyone.
Right. No, it's got to be that special someone.
Yeah.
Although Robin's not going to be easy to live with. She has her ways. You know what I'm saying? If you're looking for real romance, you're going to have to put up with some, star behavior.
I'm looking for more. I'm looking for a sugar mama as well. So,
yeah.
Oh, my.
Oh, she can do that. She can support. She's very generous.
I know this about her.
She loves
I'll pretend I'm not here. You two go ahead.
Yeah. No. You are very generous, Robin. Very loving, very generous, very giving.
I'm not here. You can't talk to me.
You would be a lucky woman to seduce the likes of a Robin.
I know.
I know,
It
too.
would be a great honor.
Well, let's hope it happens. All right, Fia. Fia, are you feeling more comfortable about Scott?
Yes.
Because I'm not.
Could we get Scott out of
It's like, who's going to make love to me? Everyone's hooking up but me. Again, I'm odd man out. All right, Fia, carry on.
Take care.
All right. That's Fia the intern. Wow. You're just a temptress.
That is, that's a surprise.
That's breaking news.
That's how you break a story.
Right there.
That's right.
That's a surprise.
Is Scott still over there?
No,
I feel like everyone's into you in like some
stop it.
weird way. Like everyone
Why
has a
do
little
you
thing
think
for
that?
you. I don't know. See the way people look at you. You know? Every minute with you. You know, you're trying to be professional and all. You walk around, you tease everyone.
Right.
You're magical, aren't you? In a way, you are.
I am. I am magic.
You're magic. You're sweet, sweet magic. Good for you, Robin. Isn't that a beautiful compliment, though, when someone's into you? Who cares, man or woman?
Certainly.
You're blushing.
Well, wouldn't you?
I wouldn't know. No one finds me that hot.
Oh, stop it.
You know.
You've had people throwing themselves at you.
That's true. You should see who they are. You wouldn't want the people who throw themselves at me. Those are people throwing things at me, not throwing themselves at me.
No.
Yeah. Boy, you clammed up when Fia was professing her interest in you.
I didn't clam up.
You got very uncomfortable.
It was uncomfortable.
Wow, that was great.
It was as uncomfortable as any other time that you're sort of put on the spot. Right?
Bring her back in here. I love that.
You like that?
Oh, I loved it.
I wish we had a live feed from inside Scott's studio right now to see exactly. I guarantee it's silent.
I've been, I say hello to her every morning and smile, and I see her in the coffee room and talk to her for a second or two.
Right.
Now I'm going to feel weird, I think.
Yeah. You're a piece of meat.
Hi.
Things took a rather erotic twist in there, didn't they?
Yeah, it was very unexpected in there. I don't know. Like, we'll see what happens with me and Robin after the show. You know what I'm saying? Get out of here.
I was going to ask you about the tension between you and Scott, but now do you fear there's going to be some tension, some sexual tension between you and Robin in the hallways or otherwise?
No. I mean, Robin understands it's all like good fun. You know, like I'm not creepy. You know, I'm not going to be like stalking Robin at her house. It's just like it'll be the same as it always was. Like hi and bye.
You said your piece, and now it's just time to go back to business.
Pretty much.
Unless, of course, she
of course,
around.
we're alone in a room somewhere and nobody's watching. Well, we'll see. Anything can happen. Keep your eyes on the security cameras. You might catch something good.
Now, concerning the controversy with you and your supervisor over there, what's as the tension you said has begun to dissolve before today a little bit? It's gotten back to normal.
Right.
What have you learned, though, from this experience? Do you feel that you were in the wrong at all, or do you think Scott sort of took it the wrong way and ran with it?
I feel like it was a combination of both. I mean, it's being someone who has performed in front of people and has recorded and gone to see friends record. Like, I should have been more sensitive to the circumstance. You know, like I should have paid closer attention to what I was saying, and I should have been more sure of what I was saying. And I understand that. I understand where he's coming from. You know, in a way that I didn't when I was saying it. So.
Before this controversy, what was it like to work for Scott? Because Howard alluded to the fact that there have been problems with other interns in the past, especially recently.
Before this, and even through it, I've liked working with Scott. I think he's a funny dude. I like hanging out in here, and I mean, he seems to have a pretty good confidence that I can do the tasks that he's assigned me. So, I mean, whatever.
Can he get back to that point after today?
That's largely dependent on Scott. You know, I mean, that depends. Once you feel like somebody's throwing you under the bus, you know, it's just like I've done what I can do up to this point. Like, I've apologized, and I meant it.
Right.
You know, and so, I mean, that just really depends on how Scott feels about me going forward.
Thank you, Fia, and quite the on-air debut today. Nice job.
Not
Scott.
necessarily in love with Benji, but clearly.
Can you
he
move
has a
forward
strong
from this
emotional
with Fia
attachment,
and
emotional
coexist in
enough to take
a
a sticky note
intern
like
supervisor role?
RIP and put it on Benji.
But you're clearly hurt by the circumstances and what unfolded.
And we have that photo, which we can tweet out.
You might say that.
Just, it's
Annoyed
very
is more the
eye-opening
word.
into the psyche of
What really tweaked you about Brandano's approach and his comments on the matter?
He didn't know what he was talking about.
To be taken off the story.
Again, he thought
she's like putting
he just, figured that, why not throw Scott under the bus?
You were quick to attack him as a person, calling him a little twerp. And
He is
other
a little
things.
twerp.
What? This speaks to the fact that you've had past problems with Steve.
No, he's just a little twerp for commenting on shit that he shouldn't comment on.
Yeah.
Because the other day,
Well, he is
out of it.
He is the leader of the intern show. I mean, he is the host.
So,
Isn't it
that
sort of
doesn't
his job
mean he
to
should
tee
comment
up?
on me.
Wasn't it sort of his job?
He doesn't have to comment on me and things that he didn't know what he's talking about.
Well, you clammed up when Fia was professing
It seems like
interest in you.
the assumptions were made, but these weren't large, offensive assumptions. They were they were little observances that
They were wrong.
and you had the ability to defend that.
Well,
but
I
you-
did.
Oh, I loved it.
So?
I wish we had a live feed from inside
In a
the
very
South
angry
Studio
way.
right now to see
Am I angry
exactly.
because
I guarantee
he had
it's
opened his mouth where he didn't need to get involved?
I say hello to her every morning.
He wants to say that on the intern show. Let him go fucking say it on the intern show.
Man.
He didn't have to get involved and be wrong about it as well.
Yeah.
So
You're a piece of meat.
You mess with the engineer, you're going to get the headphones.
that's right.
That's what they say.
That's right.
In Lisa's defense,
I have to go bowling now.
she genuinely
Is this a classic case of Scott trying to bully his way out of a predicament?
Yes, and it's also a thing we've seen with Scott so many times. He acts aloof, or like he won't tell her that it's his son's thing, and then it comes up on the air, and then he comes clean with everything. He's done it with news stories over and over again. So we've seen it before, and yes, this is classic Scott.
The issue that was sort of touched on is also revolves around the fact that Scott's strategically playing this music at select times. What goes on back here?
Well, that's Rafia's theory about he's playing it waiting for people to go, oh, what is this? And then he goes, oh, it's my son's band. I paid attention to her saying that, and all I can say is the next day when we went to lunch, there was no music. I walked by Scott's studio, and in JD and John, and suddenly music was blasting out of it. So he claims that stuff for Fred, fine, but just going off of her theory, I can only believe that it matches up. You know, there was no music playing, we walked by, music starts playing, we ignored it like anybody else would.
Do you believe Scott's attempting some sort of subliminal move to get you to really like this music? It's kind of
Absolutely. That's Fia's theory, is that he's going to play it until it's Online Sweetheart, which, by the way, it's not.
That's
and you can judge what I mean from there.
Because I saw a subliminal move work once on Saved by the Bell, so I assume it works in real life.
Yes, it does, and we all think that Zach Morris is a hunk now.
It was on a Beau Revere tape.
All right, you don't have to show off, Greg. Who's on camera right now? You want me to take that thing?
Yeah.
You want me to?
Steve, one question.
Yeah.
No follow-up. Is Scott an asshole?
He's acting like one right now.
Thank you.
You got it. Thanks, guys.
No follow-up needed. No.
Or desired.
Yeah. Steve, I'm going to ask a question that we all know the answer to. In fact, I may even answer it myself. You know what? I'm just going to go ask it in my desk. I don't even need you.
Yes?
Robin?
What?
The love for you has now reached female interns. Has to be flattering nonetheless, even though you're not.
It's always flattering to be admired or desired by anyone, isn't it?
Of course.
Even if you got an overture from a guy, you'd be flattered, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I mean, I have had that experience with Joey Boots that time.
Oh, that's right.
But I found it, at first I was flattered, but then I don't know, it didn't.
He tried to take it a little further.
Yeah, but this seems more of a cute type of flattery because she's younger and she's an intern.
Yes.
How awkward do you think it'll be around here, though? I mean, I could see, it was palpable in there. You couldn't look at her and she was staring at you.
Well, I couldn't see her staring at me.
Because you chose not to. You didn't even look in her direction. I could see.
Well, again, when you're put on the spot like that and everybody's looking at you for a reaction, it is a little difficult.
But if that were a male suitor,
like that hasn't happened.
Do you think you would have been able to look at them and look them in the eye, or are you always that shy?
I remember Joe Frazier singing to me. That was awkward. I remember Clarence Clemens. That was awkward.
I think we're just realizing what a hot commodity you are.
Better late than never.
Thank you, Rose.